بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Akasima edu mienu pepepe na nondu abo. Kessben television no anigusu awe Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Mwamushe Go TV channel near 121 Usabeka ne anopeyi yegyina so ye mamu nyina akyene akwaba seda no pa bia de bramo no agode mu nsam mre no asan asubiom frisa brei kopim se donko bebo mo ne entra na yɛnhwɛ de abɔbɔ ano foforɔ koraa yɛde ɛbrɛ mo nyɛ deɛ yɛde brɛ mo nko a mo so mfa bi mmra na yɛnka mmom na biribia ɛnyɛ kamakama paa 05515 99933 05515 momfa mo messages no mmra na yɛnkenkan kamakama ɛnso ɛmfa ɛma mo ntientiam mo a mohwɛ ɛyɛ DSTV channel no yɛ 364 sɛ madi nkaka no Go TV channel no ɛyɛ 121 digital television bia ɔnsa ɛbɛka yɛn saa nso ɛna multi TV decoder no ɛnso yɛnyɛ na ɛwɔ so koraa DAB plus receiver Kessben 93.3 yɛwɔ so ɛnso live Facebook, YouTube, ni nyinaa no nsa ɛbɛka yɛn mo ne yɛn try Tony aboaboa ne ho Tony when you're ready and I'm also forward to another we are 12 forward to
oh bibia de dem
okay menim say odi be call heroes no nra games na e course no we Croatia ni a nra obekwa we home ye papa mo amoshe Croatia ni Italy game no na enye game kitu akra games e course nra and the 4 games ɛna ɛbɛkɔ so Tony ɛde ho nsusansoɔ nyinaa no ɛnso ɛbɛbrɛ sanso ɛna Copa America no ɛnso egu so dendendende Brazil ɛne Costa Rica obi antumi amfa ball anto ne nyɔnko atenam ɛnɛ non-do pɛpɛɛpɛ Peru ɛnso ɛne Canada ɔmo de ɛɛfe so deɛ na ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ Tony abɔbɔ ne nyinaa no a ɔde ɛɛbrɛ yɛn Olympic Games nkyɛ na ɛno nso ɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛwɔ France mɛm boabo athletes no ɛyɛ countries ahodoɔ no ne nyinaa Tony ɛwɔ kakra wɔ ha a ne nyinaa ɔde ɛbɛbrɛ transfer stories na obi ɛpɛ tia no latest ones Tony aberanteɛ wɔ ne nyinaa nsa na ɛbɛhwɛ Africa ha na deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ mmɛm ha no nso yɛde ho nsɛm abrɛ mo Ghana happy and ɛkɔ so deɛ na ɛkɔ so transfer stories latest ones GPL ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa players bɛn ɛna clubs no ɛkyɛsi wɔn ne nyinaa no yɛwɔ kakra wɔ ha yɛabɔbɔ no de ɛbrɛ wo 05515 99933 05515 99933 momfa messages no mmra na yɛnkenkan krankra ɛmfa ɛma mo ɛnɛ nso mekyɛ adeɛ Kessben Passport star 256 star 2 has they didn't can man 1,000 cities. It also mean man 2,000 cities. That also means I man 3,000 cities. I feel it also and nine man 4,000 cities. Star 256 star 2 hash dial na select number 1. Kessben FM Kumasi now be the Tony. Mami hwɛ de ɔbɔbɔ no de Ibrahim. So we
nyame adom na wo nso godfather
no pardon me bia come on.
yede nyame ase
Bamba 01 Aqua Perfans
oni majuma
Bamba 01 better for us Perfans too much me tia on the workers ni na Tony
me da CP award winner yema etiefo ene ahefo akọ aba before say ye betu fa ne hensama ekoso awonkofo cross no yenko aboabo ha ya enra e middle B park ne so ena inter tribal this year's edition no ehya ase opening ceremony colorful because empanifo do pi ahemfo ene ni ntire ne be grace occasion na enra zongo for peace tournament no botaya omo ade ebo eno no ye pa asumdue e wo zongo said the zongo a very peaceful place no eno ana ye preaching tie no a ahemfo akese a omo na mani nyam ebeta dwene na chinu ana wo hwe e wo Kessben television so eno a honorable Malam Ali ono etimi ebaye enti honorable ebaye no yenya honorable Faisal Malam concern ababo extension assemblyman no so etimi ebaye first game na e course now enjoy match highlights no na last year finalist son guy omo elusu ye kanjaga shomka bako a omo entimi ante Kwadwo Alonso nenya man of the match eno Kanjaga ekabako a omo din kunim ema son guy omo antimi ante ene about 4 p.m. Second game no baso frafra ene Europa ena airbo ena game no baso into tournament no ashase eno attendance na massive ene day to nyina ye hyiamu ewo aboabo middle B frafra ene Europa ena airbo intertribal football tournament no version ye gina na ahwen sama ekoso ewa manane yan hyase enfemfri ena homache Copa America Brazil ene Costa Rica match na obi antimi antwa tra ne ho sensempi ena apie match highlights no ena eroli ewa Kessben television so ena homache ya ena Brazil eboye na already Argentina winning na Uruguay tournament favorite almost so winning Brazil na obi ahwe ni mu no omo e dia wo ho ene match no obi en ho a otimi ato atena Marquinhos ekose goal na so referee e de sala because na offside game no and our Kessben television. So after the game Lucas Paqueta wakasa was ball there omo aboye e create chances ne pa name the final touch why na the ball no to net and nko a na na missing ene Brazil ene Costa Rica goalless draw na omo aboye no say omo final touch no ke better and come on and the 3 maximum points Marquinhos nso kasai or center back at the Emma PSG and in Brazil or say omo first game no omo apple drop bibia no a omo beka amana resource no enti omo edwene omo second game no ho must win game with the kind omo win a second one no also mo enso etimi abamodin edi kunim one player obia ebonachi Vinicius Junior omo say Vinicius ne omo mienu you finish yourself or Emma Madrid on a dear or you're unstoppable or you're unplayable. You finish yourself or Brazil national team no on a dear or Kokampa Watankwa. Enti finish your junior conforcent or your club player or bo Emma Madrid in Kwa or Brazil national team na unhuno in 9 games. One share good and farmer Brazil or mom and national team and round 71st minute and a coach Dorival Junior. You know, at the Efrimu, you better enjoy Vinicius Junior. Ne highlights Nika against Costa Rica. Now, Enra before say Vinicius Efrimu throughout the warm up, copy himself all free game in the mono. And our Kessben television. So after the game, Vinicius Ekasai was said Bibia about Brazil national team no new. Womo ekita new coach, ekita new players. Bibia new piano. It take time. Enti Brazil fans no munyan to was here. Vinicius said coach no before or you new players no so do na new players inti munyan to was every time no Brazil be jelly. I'm a resource na open no one san and so etimi aka Vinicius say elna na Costa Rica for no a very defensive omo a defender sir come to me ya my game no a very difficult name Brazil first match no man win ya almost can game there omo ebeshe way any assurance Vinicius Junior at the ama all Brazil fans Ronaldinho Bora and so at the message by now after the game we drop papa long statement and Ronaldinho Bora at the about bontin or say perhaps wait a bet me I one of the games Brazil abo anko ye kra hey mono na our form pan or say perhaps one of the worst in recent years bibianwa na ekoye edema Brazil tournament we dear first game obi heard the Brazil betim aye na wabo goalless draw boy and so trokan Ronaldinho statement no and that Kessben television so na without Neymar Brazil for brepow and no Neymar na Oko stadium na very hopeful ojina kwanchen traffic light say ekoto JC said here anopano e be show here our Kessben television so Brazil without Neymar no enkoyo when say the last 4 games even last but 4 numpo Neymar or start here and na opera some match no Brazil antimi anhye na omon ene Uruguay and na airbo after the time and name a free no na Brazil and consider ye name a free map Brazil etwason elusu ye aside that omo game number 3 last but 3 no omo elusu last but 4 omo elusu and omo last game ya na ho matching omo ene Costa Rica etimi about draw oni say Neymar ono ko 72 goals ama Brazil omo national team no all the players combined, players are represented Brazil or this year's Copa America. No, what coming in a bomb goals on my channel, 42, 30 shot. Their name I goals now watching 30 times, and I less. Combined 42, and this current group of players I share Ediama Brazil. Neman Kokita 72 goals or Honoma without him, no, and Neman Nkoyekra Enra. Amoya announcement said Nema our stadium hole a what a name and so a pigeon inside, and I responded to the fans name na on your happy crowd. Here and Nema of course so before the announcement.
Shown on the big screen. A wave to the crowd as he's shown on the big screen tonight, but he's going through it as well.
Neymar llegó al estadio preocupado por su equipo. Ahí está Neymar.
No, Nemom wine joy car, Neymar reaction, no, na enkoye complaining, sir. Even Vinicius changing po, na Neymar on Tiasia until respond to the cheers, no, and our Kessben television, so or a baller, Brazil, a boy, and result some na Neymar on your happy cry, yen free hormone, na Yembra Europe, and what that Euro 2024, 2 games, 18 Barcelona, Croatia, and Italy, a boy, your body simultaneously, na some match across, no, and our Croatia any penalty, a clear case of handball, Vano, and my referee no edges way penalty, no doubt. Lukita, Modric, Equijina home, or Bonapen, and Abduna Roma, a civil penalty. Seconds later, and Otini Juan, look at Modric, a first goal against Italy. Nemo, ya Pombon Bowie, I can just 40 seconds. Referee the 8, etoso, ya bought 7 minutes, 20 seconds, a whole. And Zakani Atekano Eddie Emma Italy match no acquire draw elsewhere. Spain Kabakwa Albania anti Spain about 3 games. Omo Ekita 100% record. Luis De La Fonte or Juma Paul in the first match or share Croatia 3. The second game Owini and no HSA Omo Ewa Tima Anwa Dane Paul. The third game and Fran Torres Awakoshe goaler. And no, the 9 maximum points are a group winners. A group B, no, Yan Tuaso, Italy, and the Croatia match. A course, so Emma match, a draw 1-1 after the game. Italy for no, median, Omano ya, Oman Chamas Paletio, Cassetia coach, and I say, and no, Yamin Kwana Yadum, and Carbono, and Ka Italy for Lucy. After the game, Luciano's Paletio Zucasai, a bufomo, a blast, all the media, more Mukasati Italy, no, coach, no. And ye be at the moment in Sama, Luciano's Paletti, Edituja.
We've already played like this. We played like this in Empoli. We played like this in the United States in March. That's the way we set up. And we deserve to go through tonight. We deserve to go through tonight in terms of what we produced out there. Sure, we were a bit soft at times during the game. We didn't necessarily play our best football, but going through in terms of what we saw in both the first and the second half was fully deserved, warranted. And it's hard to make it through this group because you said to me that it was the group of death. I didn't say it was. You know, it was really hard to make it through this group because there are top teams in this side. Spain are brilliant, Croatia are excellent. People are used to seeing this type of match, this type of tension.
For just after a drawn game, no, also before the tournament, what I'm say, South group where the group of death, and you're on the can you, Monsen, oh, group are Albania, Croatia, Spain, Italy, undoubtedly, a group of death, identity, and when you have 4 clear points, almost secure qualification, still I don't Mudio Matem. One I'm can't say more than Italy qualifying, so still I don't Mudi Omatem Enwa Spalletti na onye a happy person cry. And then about 4, the live commentary about 2 games simultaneously. Now games so and then Netherlands, any Austria, now France, any Poland about way games so 4 p.m. Well, France and Poland match, and I be actually said Kylian Mbappe about started in 5 matches on Euros. Mbappe won't team Asia go away and a second Euro tournament all born about 5 games in all. When she go and then obviously the mask na coach did the sham Gini pass Adrian Mbappe ebefa and France national team no and so a team Eddie Kunim about 7 2 more games so yeah the live commentary about sound so Eddie Abanti Clinton NCK and then Ojano wamu ebe true Dawood Herbal Ultimate and the Bam of Gilead now see asina yeah the Kessben match day live Euros no commentary yeah the Ebro about 7 Denmark and Serbia now England and Slovenia and so abo Gary Southgate say mood in camp bibia at the D or GD passer there are a lot of noise as a dead casa around England national team so sell and players no a focus send ne or more ebeshe Gary Southgate ekasai.
I think we know that the world we live in, there'll always be external noise, but external noise shouldn't affect us. What's important is the internal. We're the only ones that can perform on the pitch. We're the only ones that can work together to get those performances better. And performance is what we're focusing on. The results have basically pretty much put us in the next round already, and it's now about can we win the group. But of course we want to hit a different level to the level that we've hit so far.
Gary Southgate and some of the teacher, national team manager, Emma the 3 Lions of England. Or see Dede Kasa and no be our team no. Now surprise no yawo no mo hill or more dwene kwan be fa so we need group no na I qualify to the next stage of the Euro 2024. Declan Rice, another midfielder, England player, a post match. And also Kasa send for bomb pa. Nansa criticisms no. Omo dey ato omachi hwese ne omo bedin kunim. Middle Kasa wie no yentie Declan Rice nso.
The guys in here have probably been fair with what they've been saying because we're the ones that ultimately go out there and have to perform and play well. First game we done that in spells. Second game we didn't do that quite as well. So the expectation of what people are going to say is obviously going to be negative. I did come out and defend, our front players because naturally, as players, you read stuff. Naturally, as young players, stuff can play on your mind, and it's probably better to read a load of stuff that's way more positive than negative. Your players like your Phils, your Bakayos, your Judes. I always think that for me, even as a player, when I was captain at West Ham, even with me now at Arsenal, I like to encourage and tell people that they can be the best player on the pitch, what they do on the pitch and the quality.
Declan Rice, a midfielder, Arsenal, any England, and also no club level po or players no cry. And tell them because social media be ready be over TV, comment be bua bemuno, men for agent and players and focus about and then game man. England airborne against Slovenia. Now among the 3 maximum points. Yanko club issues kakra. Jose Mourinho NFL Fenerbahce team no among Aquaco do camp into Enra among checking in Elmo hotel hall players no among break eco holidays. Afe no more asanso aba. Enra training session of course no and now over our Kessben television. So Jose former coach Eddie Emma Roma, Aye Juma, Eddie Amas Spurs, Chelsea, Manchester United, any other big clubs. Josie says, baby, all do a attacking team. Marino no training no cost no on no kasa as the better skills kakranti who Marino the passing ability no Josie or a good passer power and found said Osano no that go and now or demonstrative passing kakra enti ono na the ball no to honoma na or keke share players no how you see about ball no it's a training session of course no the butcher of Edin Dzeko the butcher of Sarajevo and na Edin Dzeko o 20 be Fred former Man United, I'm a player no now on also 8-20 with Fenerbahce. And players maybe Jikumu our holidays and I'm a journal mate now for preseason now Fenerbahce for Ashas I'm also at him every kama pa. And now all himself Fenerbahce fans no Jose Bedouin and they almost told us his name the arrival of Jose Joseph Maria effect no sant no ajiba bia mad rush obia epe Fenerbahce Jesse nibi because Joseph team no aya kono enti omo first second Jesse third kits ni nyina no available e market mama Kessben television Fenerbahce omo store official store and a fans no etu agu mu Jesse no so a omo airtime because Marino aba sant no ajiba bia we ene kakra efiri Fenerbahce amaso ye enso eba yanko transfers Manchester United Everton defender Jared Bradwood. Man United another offer, second offer. Omode Kwaniate said around 55 to 60 million pounds. We and a second offer. United at the aircon. Everton say and yet 90 million pounds. Forget it. Now the Ombeton at the Ama Club Bia. Man United come on Sikanimpo and bro 60 million pounds. Man United Alvaro Morata. Man United fan. Onya Morata wanim ho a ebeboa anasam 18 mwa see Spain omo captain no the performance enye bad kra Man United enya brepa se omonya na omo Ruud van Nistelrooy former United player no oye coach Belly no Man United ne kasa Nicolas Okoye head coach Emma Burnley championship side omo offer the platform so be assistant coach Manchester United or be assistant coach United and so obey head coach our Burnley championship side no there and a representative progress our coaching career mu Ruud van Nistelrooy Man United for person be assistant coach to Erik ten Hag now together on the team no and so echo places Hans Flick Barca coach don or obsessed up Kobe Menu brutal catch the Barca for said United ebe willing somebody swap dealing power and can any problem Kobe Menu and Frankie de Jong Barca for and swap Ten Hag Man United coach no up super Frankie papa Hans Flick and so epe Kobe Menu oh fun saying Kobe Menu and Frankie swap deal why not also Jessica so ne yonko so Hansi epe Kobe Menu brutal so obebe sina kan edi ama Barca omo football club Chelsea I promise Enzo Maresca coach ni say Christopher Nkunku oye fitter oye ade aside Nkunku no omo ebeba no two more strikers na omo edi additional winger aka ho ama Chelsea anim ho no bite eja enso etimi aba ho na Serie A newly promoted side Como baby Fabregas no also at the loan deal for Alfie Gilchrist. No a Chelsea defender just 20 years and Alfie Gilchrist was the Chelsea opportunity no last year nanya bad cry. Now this year Como for Eberson me fa boy no na Serie A no na o maba no ono so kosi akan e de emomo Real Madrid a year defender na defender na omo penon a year Lenny Yoro and omo and number one target say a clear natural echo Hoselu and so echo players outdoor and so ebetimi aba Lenny Yoro and omo a prime target omo ya na omo and so pe name Alfonso Davies dear Madrid put on hold I'm freezing kakra the last 2 months before season ending now her Ferland Mendy former Omuna make sense so betua abzed sikabia eya bodam sem e de ama Dominic ebo na ban for AJ efa Alfonso Davies no e wo shododo Madrid did pass Ferland Mendy all form and e kwan some Russian ekofa Alfonso Davies e de ba enti mo twetwe no omo efrizini kakra omo enya wolin so betua sikabia e boro so e de ama Dominic omo football club no Jadon Sancho the agent of funnel to FC Barca se Barca for epena Okolon e Dortmund United player no Hans Flick hot onya ye se obekọ enti Barca for pena omo enso enfa no Arne Slot a Liverpool manager obese or take charge of everything including transfers players are echo any omo ban obese onu mom and handle players are last no home power omo hwe ye no ni kwa se penfo jomo kwan omo man answer so omo ansa no be jomo kwan a omo enso etimi eja omo enso kwan ho Deli Trotwo Arsenal for so ye preseason omo any Leverkusen ebebo on the 7th of August na omo any Lyon abo our Emirates Cup and not the 11th of August until this year Emirates Cup no Arsenal Leverkusen any Lyon and preparation for the upcoming season no and Arsenal for drop plan. What do you know that Roma fancy
okay Montana de Tony
Godfather
yeah that's it the rubber bia We have a transina for Baba and Semimu and so Kakra. Kessben Cashport, star 256, star 2 hash. May court number coach me 1,000 cities are a decay, and then my catch was a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and a fee 4,000 cities. Bones say why cradua. Somewhere na said number we be in one for sa number no Emma Bones.
Sir Joe, denara. Said the wabo trim, so be Chessica nane de, obi be winnie, obi fee be de. Number be yin home, na ye MTN a yin home, and answer telecell number and a yin home. Why na a winning the first 1,000 from the first pot on Kessben Cashport. Why na a winning a bay or bar and answer be Ghana him fanoni akron or a star 256 star 2 hash. Sunday na select option 1 no Kessben FM Kumasi. Ticket ay 5 Ghana cedis. Dudu apese otono. Boshem sana fe bo pini fe die. When say dey enkwani enkohwe. Why na win here? 1,000 Ghana cedis. Lucky number in here. Ay 0243 450 star 0243 450 star. Me pa cho so number here na o share Kessben television and I will take Kessben FM. Check it share. Na one kasa di one dance here 1,000 Ghana cedis. Alande e wo phone so say
Okay, 1,000 Ghana cedis Alande will be phone so sisia enche mekoma ko ye ma ko chade to so mienu na ma hwede sika no ewe ko ni phone so. All right. Kanisa Herbal, Kanisa Alaji. I crado ewo studio high ne ko twetwe ko kakra bi na fi. Abidafo e ma baba foreign source no e kakra. Ema Kanisa Alaji Kanisa that is a
you know.
You know. Kanisa so you know.
That's it. Therefore,
you know the brave yeah.
That's it. What the shall say, ja, on my quenya kakra. Say, Enupa, yeah, we are saying, Yambo who de Uru, and Chaman Sanya, I was teaching the bench ya, or Muchi, Edamasi, some much of you. Say, and there Casafidiano Dorso, na Odo Casafidiano, at Kessben, TV so, radio, na Wuchi, feeling crying, Nikomasi, and in important will be Bia. Kanisa Herbal Center, and there the Nepa, we are saying, and Wasam and Etujan. Kanisa ka many wa anase nka so obi anim se de meka aduro yi hwasem se de wunim nu na ka be ba me bo kanisa no ano na wa fa numbers no 0247887436 0247887436 0202990943 0202990943 Kanisa Herbal Center no mesia edidi djuma no ena madin ka ka kyerem se ye wo van baako esi Kumasi Krudie mesrew baabi bia ya ope bia to egu stone eku container mkitwa bi ana so wayi bi kakra table so kra na obehihia ana meso mfo na wo de frɛ no mesena me de atu dwa no ye de bebrew o frɛ ya we de ye mfiri techima mfiri sunyan ana se nkran na eba e Kumasi he ya na odi no to nkyɛn so a Colina Kabidank Mr. Danny Heba Freddy Mens ene wo mo aka nyina so obenya bi wo techima ne mpotemu ama aka so kenten Heba Center no ye ankasa ya so ye wo kenten taxi rank wo obenya bi na afei wo konkran akobidia ene nana boache ene wo mo aka niti wo mo doso mintimi nka na magye bi nti wo de hia ne se wafrɛ no mese no baabi awo no ebe kyerɛ de baabi a obenya bi na wato na wanom na oyade eni nyoma hodo edokro no etumafiri so Kanisa na mekyerem aduro no mu be miensa na se mienu ba ko ne se maka cho se immune system support na se immune system booster de dikan de to so mienu me si infection bia ewo widie mu no ana se wo mogya mu no infection no Kanisa ne beyi de to so miensa se pain yaw bia ya wote ewo nipadue mu no de Kanisa ne ye firi so nti enyoma miensa we ena eye na ya na ne ba mu no na ya na mayi baako bi na maka ho asem mayi baako bi na machechirim kakra kire wo se be ya wo be kai na watu mirika okoto Kanisa ne bienu wanom na ama wo yade edu kuru no afiri so na wan sia dwo se de bia me nko am yade dabi nyame amma se nka be yade na mmom aduane a wudi environment a wutim ene ne omahodo a wo ye no ene kofa yade ne baaye ene wonwo akuro ya san ma ye habamba ne nubena akeka bu ma yetu din se kanisa se wo yade na yade a mebubo so ebi ewo so de a onum kanisa no a o yade no asientu ma honto tie ebi a wo yo ba na o ma yomu no enioma bi nkoyie enioma ya enkoyie ni se sebe ya na wote nkase wayase ewo na wayase san ye wo ya ebi a onko afikyire anampo se woni wura edi ahyemu a wote ya wo eno nkoda afa wunya tinka papa eninti ema oda ho a ase dufache esan de atu nsuom na nsu abono nti na wuhu no so tese de bia pain na atie eyawo na saa yawo no enioma no a ya ekoba se atenka na firi ho na ama wase ya na ekekawo nsuo fufuo brown bi ni nioma hudo bi ya na uhunu se nka se de nka wosi upe no pampa bi edi akire ni enioma bi odo bi eba no wani nye hu saa de ni na me ka kire se onum kanisa no a ebekọ na tie we kanisa we na me ka ho asem akire wo ya me se kotobie na nomu na saa white no die pua ni saa nioma ne betu afiri so ma ho ato na wase eni wahemfie ho etwa yopo no eni se we no yemfa hohoro yemfa sabe yemfa nhihye eni yemfa mfifa daabi we mesrew we no me ma wanum akomu na anum komu a saa wase na kikawa ensuo fufo bi na se bi ya katoa ne wase ye wo ya na sabe so atenka kura ya wunya no enyi saa hawo no firi ho ede bia mbusa se saa de no a eba awuso yi anyanya bia watena se estedi adwen ho ahunu se ede na de baaye ya na ye ba na ma chechire mu kakra kan bibia kire wo se environment a wutimu nuane a wudi entade a wo hye eno kra timi di how bi brew na how no de bra anya bia wo estedi ehu se me hye entade wo yi a ede how bi saa brem yana stedi hwe afei se medi nuane bi seyi a enuane bi te se bia oti ne nioma milk bi ni ade a nioma bi te se calcium ni ade wo mu a ema mi hu sen ade bi a wa dwene hu wo se nioma bi e wo ha wodi a emwa ena ma se bi nsuo fufo bi ba na ma wase kekaw ena ma se bi wase nwuye ena ma saa ade no ede brewo ebia me kese wo so ye bema so yenya bia wa steady ahu na anu bi mbeka ne ha se bema kra wo hye nylon pant na pant ye nylon na de bia udi mia wase mia obema etima bema mu yamre onti ase obeka se akoyi de research odi ba ya na no hye me ma wahu enioma ya wo ya edi how bi brewo sebe ya wonum kanisa no abeboa tienyi saa nioma wonamu no enye nne ya ne baaye nti se nne na abo petre yo enne na sebe oba sebe wase nwuye ne nsuo bi na eba na nsuo kra be ma de gu wase na asan epie enye se nne na start ye eye fi na anu bi na wanya anu pomasi bra ntimi ansa ho yade na kofa wo ya brew nti die ne se wo ye de se wo ye ne se wunya aduru ebeboa wo ma yade wei asiatu na ho ato prekope na se ekototo aduru bi a sabe mesremika ebe soso ano entimi ntu yade na se na kira sa babie mu a na kira se ankoyie kanisa no a me ka ho asemu se kotobi nanumu yi ya me si fasu table su nanumu yi sa kanisa ne de etu yade ase prekope eboa ma enyarewa hodo bi a na nka woni mpo se betime etu ase no eyi ne ho firi so na enu ankasa boa ma enioma hodo bi su kura nya apomudene mapa timi di bobra because edi kan me di kan ka cho se immune system support eboa ma nkombo na wo wudie mu no enya ahode kutia nyarewa na ma yawo bi a ya wote wo widie mu no afiri so eni ti se me kasa yi a wonim pefe se ya na wayase ya wo ya obemamu ya wo ya obemamu kekaw ujonso bi a wotin kasa pen bi usisi ya wo ya woton ase twetwon ene saa nioma bi saa unimu a wodi etobi nanom ebi kura wonim na umpese bi baba wo so nti tobi num bon ho ban ma yade yin firi so eye 0247 88 7436 0247 88 7436 0202 99 0943 0202 990943 Kanisa Heba Center no mesi wo yinum na afra beka afetie se ohun se be ma etoda na oto ase twetwon wachi bremu wachi kese ye wo ya eye wo ya koba se ase wo chapi ene wo nan kokomu ho no etwenwa na ebesi wo na ase wanum aduru ahodo di painkiller bam ene ade atwetwe enko wunhu nani so nti de ya wo ye ne se afi o da ho anu stretch wo nan na di nku bi asresra so but still enko wabusa se de ne baaye saa wo to ase na twetwe wo nan kokomu no wo chapi no eye wo ya no me se we no nya fe na ade kofofo wo num nan ko widiem o num aduru ma na ko widiem nti wo to ase twetwe wo nan kokomu eye wo ye wo kotodi eye wo ye wo pay no eyi ni nyina tobi na num na de hwe se yade a yato na brofudin de bibi sisi ese yefra no sciatica ahumeka o se buroni yade bia ye bia ahumte no na brofudin de ohun gonorrhea o kanidi a ohun diabetes anu odin ohun sciatica nti wo sa wa tie brofu no atumu se ade nka efe na so de tuni pa enye yade no ha dwene nti ye ka ho asem a kire mo anya dupa ebeboa wanum ma wo yade yi etumetu afiru so kanisa bowura drugstore ba bibia yeto aduro busa se meto ase atwitwimi se mesisi ya me yi se me be me ya sebe emu ntimi nkoyie ya medwinso emu kekame emu gam pepepe emu ya me ya entine wo ho me bo petre yo 2 seconds 1 minute se na yade ahodo edukurumi kanisa ne betimi aboa me eno na betimi atu yade ase nti bowura drugstore bia netobi busa me pacho wa wo kepkus ni potemu kanisa ukọ pena heba nation junction runabout no so a pena heba obenye bia ma ato ma dudu bia opebia obenye bi afi wo mo ewo mankasim jeff heba o mankasim aguna so aduro kosi kepkus ni potemu afa ho nyina no jeff heba se aduro dudu bia ya openu hunu jeff heba ka bia busa ne se ope kanisa obama obi ama wo so ato me pacho okansi drug lay hodie kobidia ni siti na tenwa wo mu aka nyina no wodi wani kire ho a obenya bi ato ama ho ato nti besrew kotobi na nom na oyade asientu na ma ho nto 0247 887436 887436 and 0202 990943 kanisa heba center no message didijuma okay atujano wadi sira
alaji kanisa ebedase na numbers no yafre na ene omo edidi enkomo mia wodo a enso dia to dwase betmenya dre bi ho no eno so no okwa obenya bi ato kanisa all right the four trust na fe ya stories no enso emu kakra for de beka ho na enye sa I want your panelists to educate me on how colors of jerseys are formed. While growing up, I heard stories that jersey colors are formed based on the colors of the respective countries' flags. Typical example, Ghana has no white color in our flag, yet have been playing with white jerseys. Okay. We every Emmanuel Kofi Kodie Apeja una odi nkan edi message no abremi wa. Do is it true that an Ethiopian player by name Abubakar Nasser is joining Krobia? I trust your source only. Update us on the new players, especially the foreigners joining Krobia. Sergio Tadi una odi we and so abreye. Way, mathematically, Croatia are not out of Euros yet. To go through, they can go through as one of the best third place teams. Or is that so? England to beat Slovenia with 3 or more goals difference. Turkey to beat Czechia or have a goalless drawn game. Portugal to beat Georgia or have a goalless drawn game. Usudwe efin sutem and so abreye and anopay. Sergio, this is insulting. The prize money of the winner can't even fuel Asante Kotoko's team bus. Okay, Mami Shasim Freya. The prize money of the winner can't even fuel Asante Kotoko's team bus to 9 different league centers. The league we play in Ghana doesn't make any sense. FIFA should put Ghana Premier League on hold for 5 years to aid total overhauling and restructuring. With this prize, with this as prize money for winning the league, match fixing will never stop because there is nothing to fight for. Justice, Mampo Asem Health Center, in a way, and so a brain. So we are here. All right. Sorry, send the go the messages kakran so afema no pay.
They will say JC no onye no te say
yeah.
JC no national colors na mpimpi no our the form JCs no. You know, you can get 1 or 2. But most of the JCs of respective national teams no flag down there.
Okay.
Obetimi nya Ghana de ne baako and Ghana they we know the spiritual connotations behind. And in some bibre obi amanfo akeka about the yellow JC. Say yin changing ko other colors. You go to a time now you're black. And you did star no other colors atutum. But the reality is that in any Ghana JC we are so much sure say you red, yellow, gold, green, see the white crown a be ya. Yeah, the circle and it. Brazil used to wear the white jersey until what happened at the 1950 World Cup finals against Uruguay.
Okay.
And decided so much white bill because spiritually, you catch it almost say Sajis in a warm and Oman Mudi and decided to say then let's switch it to a different color. But in all that, they'll still have the yellow and blue in there. Share Cameroon flag, share Super Eagles, share Ghana. Share the Teranga Lions of Senegal, share the Elephant of La Côte d'Ivoire, share Atlas Lions of Morocco, share the Desert Foxes of Algeria. She'll be a flag in the JC color, no say, and I say, you can talk about the 3 Lions of England. Waiting, I share the Mannschaft of Germany. Waiting, I heard the Orange of Air Netherlands. Omokradi, Omubia, se pepe. The Azure is richly blue, Italian language. Inti Genoa, San and Nina Achre. You can talk about Colombia, look at their GC, look at their national team. You talk about the Leche of Uruguay, look at their national team, look at the flag. And he said, "Yo, obeti me nyaba kubia, ebi ebe frame, but the idea may identify nation dear. Untimi nka say wo the flag be toso anase JC be toso. Na ye odd from idea may identify JC. Still the flag plus JC no and no one combine JC colors no until you can check all the national teams in the game. France they no check omo flag and check the blue color. The blues sound the free or munti and yes na asesa but you know obeti nya baako mienu England say oh ko blue black baako for a certain issue. So Brazil played one game, it was a racism game. Decided some better the black JC. And no day a yellow no any other colors the home. Sometimes Brazil decide to go in for blue. Shut up blue down blue. Still the color of flag. Thing say Obinya national team. Obo say flag ni different from JC and kasa Obinya back on just like I said. But the reality is that color identify more and the flag identify more be all the nations we are football colors no flag no correlated.
Okay.
Now, we say Ghana Premier League in the send the Chile aka ho asem. 5 billion. Man. Do you know me clubs no go come na day. That is what they voted for. And no mo pay. Nti o ka nko se hwe because ebekwa akoya you are crying more than they believe na bia. Obi en say league boy ha. The price money for the league and so any. So shall get you to your place. So shall come to your obitu. The last time I met a team, almost fracra air called Narerugu. Baby a Karela Bomu game. I was a friend, right? Yes. You know, almost fuel and quiet 40,000 cities. Fuel. omo fra kra na person ko 40,000 fuel nkwa nti winning bonus my
40,000
yes
a day
it's an edoso you know na accredited to Kumasi how many hours I had to Tamale how many hours Tamale to Naregu how many hours
if you are correct code Naregu 400 million
yes
fuel
yes almost it Tamale to Naregu equine around 4 hours virtually 3
what if you are Tamale say
from out to Tamale almost 7 hours or even far or even
accredited to hands yes
and fuel 400 million
that's what they
what if
you know it
can be true
it
can be true mean 3 bars na minim say this but 400 million
okay.
fuel bars
it
can never be true
okay no problem overestimating the best
transport owner Naro mami Musa was same way say bus from Accra to Nalerigu and back with my fuel bus and 400 million 40,000 Ghana cedis.
No way.
How bad?
No way.
No, and he got some which also what you did.
No, I said that is what they told me.
40,000 cedis.
That is what they told me.
No way.
Hey!
You better say.
No way.
I'm only asking. You better say.
Enru,
the most important thing is
5,000
10,000 crowd
100 million. Yes, Franco. Bas. And here can be.
And bus for the buy say now over Koba we 400 million.
The bus VIP from Kumasi to Accra only 120.
Na fendi passe.
They for 30 no. Who calculate it?
And yen twaso na nu 400 million.
No, you know,
the amount figure no say be between 5,000 10,000.
50 million.
Yes.
Accra to
between 5,000 10,000.
50 million.
And 10,000. Maybe say best time one.
Not total amount.
30. I said that okay.
3,200.
Well, that is what they told me. I hope the person is listening to the program.
Don't listen.
No, you know, whichever way you look at it, I'm still sticking to the fact that Saubo season new now also check it fuel price in and out because Obo 18 matches in a way. Check it there fuel price. Preparation for games in my winning bonus in my player salary my. Out of the 34 games now, you know, I'm saying that the 50,000 or the 500,000 Ghana cedis, say, all they compare a car teams in a bar, it's right. But at the end of at least there is an increment compared to the previous years. In the class, you're okay because they do, and no choose say mope. And yet the best for our league, and more players enjoy. You almost say at the there are certain things you expect him to say. Almost bet me aye. Agreed. The Egyptian prize money and you be. Who is South African Morocco free and you be. But you can have an FA Cup in Egypt. You know, it's scared that's will be getting closer to $300,000. The last time Nigeria there was a competition, they were willing to pay an appearance fee of $60,000. Until all these put together, no, MIC can never be shot. But so you compare previous years, there is an increment, but still not enough for the 18-team league. Still not enough. I'll be team all the baby share 8 teams, no, and a car or more through and flow, salaries, amazing winning bonuses, and expenses before in and out games. It's a very, very tough, but you know, your class, no, and no normal pay, and that is what is available.
Hiring a 52-seater bus from Accra to Tamale is 12,000 Ghana cedis. So there is no way what Andy is saying is true. Hiring the whole bus from Accra to Tamale at 12,000 cedis. So how come?
All right, you know,
all right.
That is it for
M10 Alaju in the Breme. M10 Alaju Accra. Afi minim so bi or initial comments bi ansa na ewura yi rules no mu. Awa.
Sergio.
Yeah.
Well, I think that on Nipakwana would say the league is suspending for 5 years. You know, I think Sergio Alabraka. Teenagers say enjoy Bobo.
Yeah.
Ne place ne woman koye jumabe. Team owners no niamo mudishim. Sergio, imagine a Nigeria league no say boa oftentimes a deba, and oftentimes a clubs a qualified through Africa deba. So Sergio, if we go down the drain, not 5 years in Muliga, not just say you are forfeiting a Nigeria de be mama. Ewe league no. Not say you concentrate on only national team.
national team so say you betime do be 1 year now mo be 4 or 5 games bi pe e wo Ghana ha say you on that is corner there I think say the corner or train the on train side.
Okay.
I completely disagree with him, Sergio.
Okay. So Franco Naro.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Obi besides, is it true, say, Ethiopian striker Abubakar Nasser? I think I read a story yesterday in the background. So besides, is he up for Kotoko trials? And honestly, I'm finding out, but I'll be so surprised.
Okay.
If indeed he's coming for trials for Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
First of all, that boy is too big to go for trials.
Okay. Unim Nankasa say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sundowns turn 250,000 euros from Coffee FC. And we checking the price value on the transfer market now. 350,000 euros.
Okay.
350,000 euros. And for Kotoko to approach him, one, then say all back for trials. Then say the Melody Sundowns, some say on the contract terms, you know, they break it down. And I'll be so surprised about the story. Honestly, I've not found out yet. But I am going to say, one, Obeji Penny is over trials. Two, if Kotoko can afford. Because a player that is bought for 250 and the transfer market value at 350,000. I'm suspecting that one year will be 5. What they are chokran, will be 5,000 euros or dollars in a month. But let's see.
Sevango on the boy is you injury situations now hand or Sundowns. I followed him a lot. Now 2 days ago, I had an indication say Wak Raja.
Okay.
Make a move for the boy. Or a slim boy, because is very skillful.
Very skillful.
Very skillful.
Okay. But one can about trials. Also, what is a Kofano?
And I also read a story. I know Mukase Oba trials.
Oh, okay.
Was Santikotoko. And no say if indeed that boy will come for trials at Asante Kotoko. But maybe program the record away, you know, we'll try to see if we can get substantive for you.
And a place to be also only injury for one.
We say injuries there, they say only.
Oh, this is a boy. Okay.
It's the reason Sundowns and then terminating the contract.
Injuries, no.
Yeah, injuries. But on him, Bo.
Okay.
Popa. I think one of the season he had 29 goals.
I see.
You know, he's a potent striker, very skillful on the ball. About Coffee FC, 250,000.
No one to mention injuries now. One man in 1 ton of South Africa. Not just injuries, no super.
They are just a coagulate.
Okay.
For a player to play for Sundowns, not any quality, especially or a foreigner.
Yeah.
For a player. Obebo Sundowns, or ye foreigner, let's just own him.
Yeah, no nimbo.
Because South Africa for no woman in born and a boss Sundowns.
Yeah.
It is so fra Bontina, Bana Babi Ramudia, let us own him popa.
I see.
Let's see.
All right, players, no somebody got Okofa. Some media Makofa been and say,
Kuda Mahachi.
Yes.
Zimbabwe, Neobo Orlando Paris.
Injuries, Hannah, boys know a very good player.
Yeah, he was a very good player. Very good.
But Anthony can be.
Yeah, a strong member of the Zimbabwean national team.
Yes.
Even when playing at Orlando Paris. Very strong member of the Zimbabwean national team.
I see.
Ono ne Kamabili at Monebo. Any Divine Lunga and all the other players are born. Sergio was a very strong member of the.
All right.
General do transfers here. Such players on profile high say no. Say unya easier no adwen rubi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say unya easier. No adwen rubi. Ibi ana bibio. What I say?
Yeah.
Wako krum na Euraba no fe nem krum honom. Oni kru, oni bra. Oda ho free.
Yeah.
Oko kai o say ane. You careful.
Yeah.
So you careful. Ibi ana bibio.
Ho na we ya bo. Yes. No fe.
Esu ni kum. Empra ko bi
oni bi.
Nti eno sa akofa
to what you say be a basa na it's saying
ebi enkase
na bi
na nyede
asamo ho e bia oni subai
mwana
mama
narrow
yeah
narrow experience
obi si through do kura amatoa
you know narrow experience of wonu mu kwada
you know what I'm saying obi si through do kura amatoa
narrow can handle this easy
without support.
I
need your support.
e me support ba ko no mama no e bia na ni subai
so dey na nkasi
yeah that's na bia
oh yeah we are coward papa
Maybe I don't catch it.
yes too early so yes I didn't worry okay
Oh but
what do you first me and people say question say okay but one is a work for foreign player na but over bench and also
another thing.
But obi adini baby is so start here now.
General. Enye bibia kekentina England for example. Say ansani ebema work permit e be ye adwuma wa no.
Yeah.
Now we extraordinary talent.
Okay.
Na domu ya stake ne your number national team games a obo. Ye kroma so ye o caveat bi o foreign players and say wa fado do anum.
Yeah.
At a point in time say 3 and they say what park no so. Ni nyina no e kire say se nipa ne nyaade amuro so dia bench de de nkebi okruma.
Okay.
Enti se wo kofa foreign player ba dia na ne titi omo so ya no board na de because omo bebre no edibia no in dollars international currency and onu be dis edwa no. Enti se wo de ne ba na oba betra bench dia ene nka bench de se bi wa.
Okay.
And on the main is the reason obi ti say am wise poet. Me say poet no say oye Ghana nia ene bia the salary nia de ni Ghana for no bebre bubo so a ka would insist say kotoko keep no. But say oye foreign player na oye third choice goalkeeper then it means that say ujado kwai.
Yeah.
Because foreign player say obeba na ye nya na oda ye yi ba ku fura ba ku ho ansa no asa ba dia then that one no into foreign no but the transfer mun sem general ya na say bi o kan team na say foreign players e do mu hamo pa has book ye one
yeah
o mas foreign for the brains of fair do mu hamo
that's true
o bete kashala bi no ahye wo ayi pobimaya
season
ba ku crowd o ba e ko wi ase no ototo ma ne o say Jim Kromu ni bi big club to say has book Nigeria ni Ademola Kuti
yeah
but Franco
he for question somba
number 1 number 2 omo ba de na ya na omo ya omo de ba because you know Ghana for in bobo you can talk about your talent about them your league in there you need players in bobo and to check it the top leagues in the game she Brazilians are for omo Spain she Argentines are for omo Spain and Europe she players are almost take you over from Italian league you know she foreigners no she countries almost free go to Spanish La Liga go to the Premier League Ubenya Serbia ba kubi Ubenya Croatia mienu bi but France Brazil Argentina Uruguay no ma birem na wonya Nigeria ba ko na wonya Ghana ba ko no ma ba birem until for you to go out to a country oye foreigner abekwa akọ dominate ni ahwe background so you can go to the Brazilian league and check the Uruguayans any Argentines or more bomb league in him and how they performed so far Giorgio Di Arrascaeta Uko Uruguay, he's a starter of the Uruguay national team. He can't any Uruguay to go to Ghana. It is so Bob Flamingo enough to pay $30,000, $40,000 for a player. A Chese Unimbo. Into ye hano, see a cofa foreigner bar. And a foreigner of interest, but it should be a foreigner full of quality.
Foreigner of interest, near
Me ena obia babi si me so. Ena me will link it to team into my memfanenko. Ano didi ne so players be 5,000 ofenche mu abebrewa ano didi no obobo kotoko no
yeah
navigator ne so players be brewa but so far Amatura was good enough ne quality ne can compete with the Black Stars strikers at that particular time so far Ella Dojia ne level of quality no who say we dey twem baako so far Adebayo of Interlizer obo say ye born na ye bo ha no ne level ni binim so far Valentine Atema who say ye born na ye bo ha no there be who say top and I say I offer Sonny Yakuba. You know, when the level now no original top market.
The other striker, what was the name? Nemokwala.
Mbella. Yes. And the Odia Sheno, the quality no. And even in Fege Craft first season, no, they the quality no. And you know, as I offer player from Cameroon. Now the neighbor, now I bet $2,000. Now about to say Mbella, no one will complain. But I for bit to say the guy Zabona I didn't buy now, no striking during the Confederation Cup second round now. That player will not fit into the system because the quality no firm. And you know the problem is that Adebayo was a member of the Niger team that played the Chan tournament. And he was a national team player. And on the buy. Radio of Walker was good enough to start for Dr. Congo. It rehearsed Kofa and buy. But Sean October, Fovia Goody, yes, Franco Boni, the Adimola Kuti. Nancy has this here, Macofana Bay, Nisube Bri, Wahadina. Kasalamo, Nisube Briwa. You only need to cut your necks wide. Or scouting system they also obey mu. But you know, yeah, Hano say obi the player Bakobane fa. Obeting the players better at Yaba. Intimidate Franco Yadwin say, some more spot or a gun in and I'll take out a bencha normal. But you don't pay $1,000 for most party at the end of the month and you go to baby Brooklyn. Oh yes, sir. Who says ka? It is you know, foreigners dear. Omo di bia bahane nkran but general omo ba emboa enti don't sign a foreigner full of interest or half for number 6 you agree to Tanga. He's a member of the national team enti she oba ahwe level no eye de ya obenya ba ko na mienu bia general football dey sanity emfa but Kotoko has to folk if they want to sign a foreigner enya foreigner kwa but foreigner what prove bibi before coming so okay say who di na chi ahwe de waya obetimi agina bibi so akasa we do free hair bay na ye nti obana first season kra amfa na the following season so obesa man a chance onim se wa ye bibi na wo sen man a chance say on to aso because the first year for adjustment and adaptation but ye de no enye no a obi na nimpani bi e na ya phone call lesson so e no akwa no hu se kwan da nti hwe recent foreign say do ma ba wa agino omo level no e wo fem
bi na nimpani bi and cat so beat me bem narrow na me witness narrow ya where cat technical team members be no say obi hwem na say bosom sky ya twa to say ya de mani pakro no ni nyina na enko ne ho the mostly ana sin nyina be brace ana na
yes that brings me to the biao fan why mu na di omoba that's and no the problem younger backroom and saying I said, Jomone media mabe boy. She boy now take Ivorian Pacomi, new take.
Okay.
Sejo, they brought Maxi Zengeli 2 years ago. He won the best player in the Congolese league. So Sejo, so no try or money acquire these foreign players. They look for those who watch or follow the other leagues, no. And the Pacono or pedigree. Our profile until so recommend the player be out you say yes. Say younger make sure say mo go for Stefan Aziz Kia. Say you wa no wo hunu. Ultimate say no doubt. Stefan Aziz Kia your players or about team or the quality babe ade. So you ask yourself say yen team so mo no. Omo kofa players of those quality ba na. She Junior Kaba. He came offered nothing, went away with Aso folks money. Shebakunu Yasan watching. Even a so-called member of the Central African Republic team, Sergio, what was he offering? Yeah. So Sergio, you who several of these. So Mpempi do don't know as I say the pedigree or the profile of those or mom did those players. Ebano, hey your mom we are credible. Selipakono or the player about you say yes, Sergio, we are a quality player. Or bar or the quality Baba did the setup no. But Mpempi do na ni akwakofa. Esa say ye mu binomo ye follow African football. So we don't know. Say Junior Kababia ba esa say ye no ni amana bossa. Okay. Na koye we otimi bo wi a afi ne but I want Mpempi do na bo se na anko ne modem no anko ni. All right. So these are the things we need to look at.
Na ana ebo no so ka ho na.
De no amanya ko.
Obi anywhere meba. Oh, okay. On
the boy, Kotoko he's not coming to Kotoko. Right. And I think the reason I'm suggesting one of the reasons. Okay. They want some buy, but they can't afford.
Okay. Sky won't.
All right. They can't afford.
Okay. Nti Muhammad Sabrantian and somebody. Abubakar Nasser, no. Okay.
And I read the story straight up. I said Kotoko can afford.
Affordability, yeah, in the room, Nami Busebi. And Beso we and Sana, the Dina, the once about, okay. Mamo catch them say, do a best surprise was say, Ubikra, this is original, a new $1,000. Foreigners now, we are very good now,
yeah.
Ubisika original, say, or figure, but mean to me in Canada, by less, far less than 1,000 Ghana. Yes, 1,000 cities.
Wow.
The Bedena, foreigner, very good. I'm about Jesus Cano. Up in about Jesus Cano, I work. They bad, then a Beman ambassador.
Okay, you know, two things. Me very close to. My name league is any free mobile.
Okay.
But I'm very close to the Sudanese league.
Okay.
Sudan senye Merek ana Hilala. Sasi kana ya ibubudi no omuntu yasa. Because I know a player of both Sudanese league you tuanaka €200. I know a player who plays in the Sudanese league you tuanaka less than €500.
Okay.
But General said, Obo for Hilal, Obo for America. And Pimpi, those players are players who play for the national teams.
Okay.
Into Omoniana, almost because Florence in Bengue is taking around €50,000 a month. On a coach or that woman. Into how will you pay a player €200? Into Sudan, dear, so far as I know, sanity. Again, Senior Sudan has also other class now.
Younger Guinea. Guinea League, you know, any clubs, you know.
Okay.
Almost salary.
Okay.
Very good players, maybe almost salary. So bit memory.
Okay, Genoa, you talking about Guinea?
Yeah.
What is their stake in the African game? Guinea for no, Goma here, and now by recent times, this Kabiru signed the likes of Arabi. Those days, €300,000 on a cross and free or coy. Okay, a 12 for strike and over against Cotonou already line. Almost signing. But you know, their stakes in African football senate here. More so, also you say main team free where other teams the same no mutria. And you know, Shegini, National League now what Africa heading na. You talk about the Egyptian League, you talk about the Moroccan League, you talk about the Algerian League, you the PSL. For Nigeria for Nebra, Nafa Ghana besoso. You know. A handful now who say Guinea players omo really so higher omo perform exceptionally nti ubetimi rely on them says omo kwa abonten omo kwa akoji sika bebrebe so for contribute to Zambia said maybe Zambia will struggle in AFCON but obi e who Zambian players na who say omo jedodo because in the days of water bola at Ghana he was taking $10,000. So for Collins in Besuma, Eba Orlando Pirates, he was one of the highest paid players. And to those players, no, kwama on it, but Africa hano, show Collins.
So you know na. I will be any woman.
Debbie,
or players be able to perform. No munye no Mbella, Mukwala, no me here for. But man, no ball.
I'm a two no be.
I'm a two no be any. That's what did the answer.
Oh, Debbie, and Debbie, I know there's our scouting team there. Who quality player? Into when I was over fit into your scheme of training. What is even your plan? You know, I say players are here in Africa, no more into me and Fakoto and Quetchi. Into idea now, person, yeah. Oh, person, what she show team for the next medium term or long term or short term. Into any players, I say players on Woody, Granny, Munana call more selling. What about our call Ali, no more flu, do no man a coy. Into any players are Woody, RGD, Bebre, and the carbon tea, Mutimia selling. Into what shall standard? O share the obetimia to ya. O share the obefit into your plan. O share the technical skill of the player. Now who say wait the team now me person me share. E be am number 10 we free. E be am fege ni ho. E be am bele ni ho. Me hwesa ho na. Only the person obefit the amai and na miss from ye game. Kotoko heart folk. Recruitment nyesa anu mo ye no tin na be wholesale no. Omo ntena se nhwese ye fullback we e bia ye wo de otimi ko nanim nko a se kobase ye ba ye chia ye need your defend enti ma menhwe profile no na menko abonten na menko fa player ono de ye kobase ye stay defensive obetimi e bia ye striker we ono de ball na man o de betum but ye here striker said opposition to stay deeper Or you very strong like Abnayala obe hold on to the ball, acting as a decoy for the auxiliary strike or the ball to me a cofanaba. Yet that is the problem. But you know, so him to say Dina Abu Boyna, Ture, Okam Bella, Oka all those names now Abu Bonibi. Now who say Yakuba Kotoko Ewo Fatau Ewo Ho. Say Yakuba can name and Ojamfikan who you are good to go. You know, straight away. And as I will be a woman out the bar, come teaching Beba. It brought issues because the coach was not bold enough to say this is my number one. But so Sheffield Anna against Garibanji Waha. Now Sheffield Anna in the Confederation Cup. Now Kwame Ban so by the games of Badaya. Who said Nakam teaching Elwa said Genoa. One, you know, who not one you're consistent, tell you position. Whoever comes on board, you are not going to play. Into a honor or see a share. Now and yet just signing for signing sick. You know, signings now can and I want him go, yeah, I don't know. Team players now best signing, they need to be very careful. One, on injury situation. A very key. Two, on making sure say players no matter or matter. Because you know, your players are packing or motivation on Mutimbobo. You will lot of players or motivation. Inti omo money cause animal who na you know almost signing those players. I think say they can work on them and within the short time, Kotoko has to folk. Almost supporters will be happy say or more enjoy such quality brand of
Ghana. Musa some way Ghana level na I work for more now because these guys now I'm excelling Ghana. I'm here outstanding Mukwala Mbella and Yakuba no yes outstanding Edientra the Nisa players ni be system no mu Mukwala under the best striker currently, or a system are one of the best. Mukwala, outsider, or ordinary player.
And you know, ordinary within the context of
Ali player. Yes,
Sundowns, Chiefs,
say young Africa, and ball. Oh, ordinary.
Yeah, ordinary. Now, or Ugandan Revenue Authority.
Yes,
and Oba. Met
player so outstanding in your league no more. And can be Andre.
Said you make a choice of Kotoko Buana money proof and
oh, yes. It can be
you see, I can't never be breached. Yeah. Now added to that. Omonso we chrome half no more sell it. Yeah. No more even other African countries.
Almost to be more.
The catcher and is a standard north.
No form, yeah.
The standard north form. And to say, don't ya dear be
Tiawa.
Don't ya dear be prefer Bontiba. Your form no be
you know.
And I do has say on why I did Ofi Haqua would be more. It tells us a level no form too. Yes. Sabi ubi odifi for international school bi or didn't be school be could have your honor when she had the crown would defend. As a chance baby I know baby walk on the hodge.
Very good point, because I'm new be as our Africa.
Interesting thing.
Very ordinary. Oh yes. Best players, no. Ekoha, to be more. And so average players.
Yes. Now the interesting thing aspect again is say you players no munya de no mo kono mo ntimi am mo sa aba sell mo aba back no. Almost I can pay wa. No must have been.
You know, you give.
How's ever there back before so called the no. Some foreign players, but who's a formal build the team. You to be very in two almost so. Go up one season or two.
Or Celia.
Or Celia. Oh, yeah, day. Mukwala. They're not going to go for that country. Also, Skazen now person no on negotiating boko. And the inform you're very into also build the team. I'm telling you.
Radio Voca has a Drew baby a feed their found national team call up. There has become be also.
If you wouldn't but for a season and why are dear two? You inform build the team say Debbie.
That's true.
Only the idea say or impact player like with team no to me born and make it that impact.
One season be pay
ubenya and almost so sign there's risk factors also remember the long-term contract because music and it is a sign it 3 years 4 years nobody say enko year as a trend say ubetua na for 3-4 years
okay
eti eno no so ya na risk team pempi but say leadership no you careful no about 2 years and I be 3 years 2 years no so the first year no so struggle kakra second year the fire
Otilo
we are who she it's almost say pow benya na money 2 years at the end of the first season and quarton no what they are copy scan for the aba.
You know, I think yes, standard of the contract and also was say discuss here no. You know, player what why yes if kotoko player be see mobile the contracting we yes onko dabi. You know Europe say no. Omo hold management and leadership to ransom. You will stay. Benjamin Sesko, Man U pen, Chelsea pen, Arsenal pen. Leipzig for renewing a contract. Meaning say be who bet me do level be untimi nyahwe. But general, so only player and sign a contract now the performance clauses is shame with a long timer. So when Timmy and Fanny man I watch a contract na ma on sika and sanka. I was a honest, I was a show. Oya mukwala good ya de waba. Ya do ba na say na otie e bi enya chance a show kakra. Ya hu se oye player who adapt ya obre. Ya hu se oye player who adapt quickly. Now see nya hu ni mi enu se who adapt quickly e say within the first season or two over me results. Fine. If the first 2 seasons you give us results at the end I also say dem out. I will see a shame say. So when you the best player in the Ghana league our salary be increase their kosi. So you go okay our salary be increase their kosi. This is the bonus Saudi deserve say the bema. San yem nyina o say here. Say yan re no ne ka say or a foreigner or me impact players or me short term contract because within a year or two e be kwa. You know the BI be because you know let's take Kotoko for example in the last 2 years why is player be so mobile. Who is that contract was there be? I play a so mobile. Who is that contract what there be? And those things have been very consistent. Into the type of contract you my players, especially foreigners, no, we need to look at it again because you know most of the foreigners they do on mobile. I had no baby do on. It is all quite use platform they are built on one. Udiman's name masro. Said so who use platform Edia Pebi Bia. Untimum could demand higher. Into your home or said you know. Yeah, sure. Now bow down to consistency and institutional memory of management. Sanya mani now wa sanya mani ana eto esotete. Now to the issue of you know, a league in about for more baby coaching, players, pitches, baby yani na ba any quality of playing kwa. Your players, your coaches no more improve players. Your coaches no more improve. How many of them improve players? And the way the next day who said not 10 not 5 for back. The coaches don't work on the players. Omunye players no who adwuma mo improve. You know, you bet me I criticize players be on my back. Coaches be on my back. But the Shemaso team now the winning league in 2012, you know, he had a lot of players to choose from, especially in attack. Problem onya ya Mohammed or coordinate under 20. Ameture or the under 20. He was able to manage all those players. She Kotoko for this. She Kotoko attack.
Sometimes normally very good.
Exceptional players.
You know, control you.
Yes. Ye bora Razaki for but he Razaki team not the G League, you know, he players and he was able to manage them. But improve Inkum, improve Harris Nafu, improve Adam Mohammed, improve Jordan, improve Eric Bequin. Yes. But what is the recent situation? And the way I was a house, let's about 10 or co. Now, if you on so fatten about the following season, but you know, the coaches need to work on the players. At least, what you may know, and I'm saying, who say, coach, the be over. Yes, or the Oba Abia Wamayadi, but player with ye, you bet him the ancestry, Obiaka say Lugasa. But whoever what the Kotoko team and the Luga who says, Emmanuel Janfi has improved. Enti wo de my back up na yem fan kan wasem say coach we dey on ade you know I said coach Mauricio Pochettino mo di na tembia but ko pa madwuma oba be ye say de bia na me ko ha wo betim di accredit no say mo so onya ade but ko pa ma de improve on sense of free Manchester City about Chelsea enti coaches na omo so ma bi because coaching course no omo kosua no you know omo kosua say omo be develop omo be improve players no man impact on those players tactically and they be a temra 5 unko temra 5 unko there be they should improve the individuals within because Ghana no yenso ye we a fair share of quality teams na wa bonti na team no omo bon sika omo tua eni sika omo de cover players no ali for this our national team player na ye blaster for no ne Imam Ashwa Asia no omo team ne mo de a kotoko be de ni Imam Ashwa those things are very normal if Vito Osimhen and the lives are struggling against Mvela. And those players, Kekana Money Tembas one in South Africa. How do you expect media to go and be Sundowns? No. Football did not Ubenya one off. But it see Marco. It's only a level no the coaches need to work on the players. Now we make sure Sombina the best out of those players signed.
Before so we working on some players now can not also all level be. The coaches when you na do our level now. Me players no wadwuma ama bebre free maba abaya stars no. The coaches nyina.
You know.
The coaches ni bebre and so modern one form.
You know me too. But your level no. Yeah level no.
And omo nya bibia so omo be page omo.
Yes. Players now can
make up coaches.
Okay. Now can say omo be sua dia kwa
yes.
Okay, you know they all can no correct.
Yeah.
But me sometimes no e to da bi o ha. You know e na de sua huhu bia o. You know Hwe Johnson Smith. O de open nya time. Wa uni pa Johnson Smith.
Yeah.
Open nya time na hwe teams are wa coach. Any individual players are we improve up. O de opa Hwe Johnson Smith. Kayeke ni na Johnson Smith. Ampem da Costa ni na Johnson Smith.
Okay.
There we see Taylor Johnson Smith. O da Taylor. Solomon Safu Taylor and Johnson Smith. Hwe time no coach kotoko team no before Barreto ba. Hwe sedu. Time na Johnson Smith coach kotoko team no before Barreto ba no. Check the difference. Etimidi tum say disuane de eye. Eno de no a improve capacity. Emma what the modern game na say. But you know the coaches need to work on play. Eto de bi enya disuane bebrebe. Ena you know ukosua san no improve players. There be also who player na offer no de wo de kan ho a obeti me ditum say players na to da bi wo ho a enye coach be de obebi a but say omo ne TikTok and 11 no ade achi an ntimi nko extra training bia into who player no say also hear videos now usua there just to improve upon yourself into you prepare your mind say you are ready to learn. That is the mental set and readiness. Now coach ne nso ade ne de kakra you know I wanna count into enye huhu bia say the Christian team ba ha o coach Premier League ya hu he enti de no a eto da bia nya dusua bebrebe but at least the little I want to be who game no experience no touch now.
All right.
Now so they can players no because say you must okron do time America case obey we na de na why Ghana Premier League. But the obey within a short time. Bas the bas obekasa do nya ba na hene Dominica dia Bassett he improve all those players. But also from wa All Stars within a short stint tedimo be okotoko in 2012. Intia na nya dusua bia ba di wa de obetim dia de aboa
abodu ba kwa pa hosima edu pepepe Kessben television na uwe midfield action DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 His Royal Majesty Togba Fede personally scouted Linda and Otanga, who are our best players of the season. That means if he involves himself in the recruitment, things will change rather than allowing the Trinity to do the recruitment. Zakov Mohammed, they are also the Abeka program here. A desperate club manager or owner may not have the edge to have certain clauses in a player's contract that will inure to the benefit of the club in the long run. The emphasis here is a desperate club. Good morning, Sani Saliu. Abafo, also the Abba, no. Into John, Kofi is saying, no serious club will go in for a foreign player to come and sit at the bench because their contracts are different from the local players, be it salaries or welfare. Issues. Kofi into Jan and so the way a brain. Into Jan, the one even the twasso. Hadi, Mem Axel Station, Hadi. Say, though I sometimes don't get it's like he always against is it Andy Anana? Okay, don't get Andy. It's like he always against the football in this country. He last time said the Black Stars have no excuse to qualify for the World Cup. Why and how? And what he's saying today is that what the clubs want, Hardy, mem exaltation. Maybe some who message, na main kind ye and my why. If Coach Prosper Ogum stays at Asante Kotoko this season, he will be the luckiest or most fortunate coach in the history of this great club. If he happens to stay, he shouldn't take that opportunity for granted. He should work as a true professional and put away all selfish interests that wouldn't help the club. I salute you all. Okay, we if Victorious Collins and so Mr. Champon.
And I've been listening to the conversation, and I think that this is journalism.
Okay.
This is knowledge.
Yeah.
What I say, and they discuss, and during the may be an intellectual discuss, and you see response ever. Look at the Intojan at the buy.
Yeah.
And he's right. Foreign players are treated differently from the local players. When people do salary in warfare, even point of registration.
Okay.
Foreign are they different.
Point of registration.
Of course, because you're foreign and you're back country, you first of all have to go and seek work permit. Man.
Okay.
So no. Until what sign will mean in area no. Open register me no. The foreigner will give you tough time than local player.
Okay. Residence permit.
So that's it. That's a permit and paying money. So if you West Africa crowd there's can you boom.
Okay.
No kutia aje ni permit amano. Permit so I most times they are 1 year. What's I could renew. But what do you mean? I'll give you an instance. When I was at Ashgood, we took our son to go to Equatorial Guinea. So okay, and Equatorial Guinea at that time was very difficult for you to fly from Accra to Equatorial Guinea. And so during the survey, you needed to fly from Lomé to go to Equatorial Guinea. So we went to Lomé to fly.
Yeah.
You be doing it back no. Me I stuck. Why? Because we had I think 2 foreigners who no must stop you. Even though yaji work permit one nana amu no sell all piano just why is it a country no until so you have to go all over again.
Oh.
And your connections need links and the power and you have spent the night in Togo.
1 month time no was our duration in I don't know
I never even envisaged say BBC and BBC. So me creating my own, the normal surrounding, using because you had a coach. Okay, and that's a Brazilian coach and a coach team, and some another foreign player. I've forgotten who.
Every season, so return tickets.
So me the years, some about following the welfare now in Tojan. Can I make candy one can count? Even registration. Crown foreign it takes a lot. So for you to recruit a foreigner, Joe, I saw exceptional. Or by so be Timbobo, a mouth. So on the mission, but very difficult for you to blame. I'm telling you this. If you be a same say to go personally scout how to go there and scout. It will be a recommended man and they be no how you to we even have the time to go and scout players or could different country. But the point I'm raising is those people know they banning plan video come cut and paste on video no. To me the brown and say kai quality no. To be banning no so.
Videos na reliable.
And no, so much cut sa. And then I know it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's an area I think that very excellent discussion, Joe. And you hold on power we see. And me categorize into 2. Now the patient or can say about Bablu so I want 2 years no.
Yes, no.
Categorize into 2. You're a gentleman. Gentleman say you so more hair or baba. What is a cotocone, penot, naba, no, abono, agenisika, 1-2 year, no, cono, what obocotocona, no, put on the mind and ask any dear friend manager or agent to the mind, no, or bocotocona, no, so bocotoco, big club says no, Sashi didn't come over Tanzania, Sandy Gurumo to Ethiopia, was Sashi didn't come over Cameroon, was Sashi didn't come on Nigeria, into area nana or the Nico. ne someone be catch the team na ho no obokotoko omu force me omu so renew contract into what are you saying say we a club na committee into where we are na ordinary Jenny men omu do mu na no omu bojiska and the uncle for omu aba no omu person omu bobo omu nya obi na lack on the side to ntumi ko Europe but omu bo ha we've seen it people have played on the local continent omu ba onum ya de boya no boya nga ene okọ team na wo Egypt no
Fisting Kalala Mayele.
How many years na Flavio Mambo Ali and a Luka? How many years na Felix Bajman ko bo Egypt? It can happen that way. And then when the situation is right, woman right offer, utuane kaye we besia. They are prepared so ombetimabo. They come into two way. Value go mu na amba. I mean they almost establish you mo ha say. And Joe Bibre but
so okay the other side so apart from foreigners and agents now do more business no anomne yan nkofo na wan bebre business on tiase
yeah ain't for any I don't the one person will have to say
officials no and your mom be just our place no so your business
me my understanding is that one person would have to say yes and sana into irrespective so be the player abano no do business how would the person end up at Kotoko that is the ultimate person at Kotoko would have to say yes and the person to say yes no ultimate win is say you are looking for quality players into man say yes but what must say oh no into one where when I say to be our FM on some kind of story be wa a year no the place ba Andy was you see so the player back ba na far hey so to foreign player back ba na far I feel dey na it you da no mo do mo bonu to one careful because one ya gide onu it happened me somebody go keep baby
Yakuba man jansa na ote o mu jana nko de 20 players
debre
the be on the player from
o mo de doji buy no mo go keep bre champion because to ko yi skype si o tu mu kan cash Who's on the press on Diago? Cash, you know. Yes, a few hours from him. I want the hospital. It could be copious. Now, maybe any Paponima and Crofono. Why? Because I insisted. Catch a champ say no. I'm not going to agree to this. Player Waba, you who down Kusipak Suda, near Shader. Where is called Tomoka? No more
huge profile.
But just say cash on your check. I know the mom. To me, I know champions. On way to so say on Prindia just say in Yavanza, Nesuki, on medicals, we on call Hashi, medical and net, Ochina, and net, Ochina, and a quarantine 20 March. 20 March, nobody in the tomb. Joe 8, no much. Oh,
you don't know the video how.
I'm telling you. Oh, no, so. Joe, a lot of things happens.
Okay.
So, no, it is sometimes very difficult for you to blame clubs, no, because. Or the back one by man for so yeah into when you did all the play boy because stories on my catch on obejedi
beso ko Dawood Herbal ashe na me ko fan kra to kakra me ba the aka no enso ebe to am so Euros and yen ko ho aw Croatia qualify we na ko ba say on Italy 90 plus 8 na Italy omo ete omo eka ene games 4 and because of Copa America and so no matches no koso Peru ni Canada no asase minim sign na go say well check mami nafi Costa Rica and so any Brazil ko bien to for ball anto ne nyonko atinem ye kwaba na be hwe ni so kakra bi na de aka nyina enso ye de ato so Kessben television en chema ko chema de to so mienu mo am ko cha de kra mran sana mako Dawood Herbal Hub the bones why cradwa 2000 cities I to so mienu no former nira na fi ye meto so de to so mien sama 3000 de to so enai mema 4000 cities bones
Sir Joe, Masom out the cash room. Now, men call the second pot. A honor 2,000 Ghana cedis. Na way a coin ho, Cecia, a bear or bar, and answer na Ghana himfa, and only a chrono or star 256 star 2 hash. What's send ya decision this way? MTN users, telecell users. Why they win here? Why they win here? Why they win here? Kessben cash pot. Lucky number in here. A 0508 541 star 0508 541 star. Pacho so number ni a check here na wankasa di ho adanse se Laka Roma Kessben Cashport 2,000 Ghana cedis has been sent or credited to your wallet. 0508 541 star. So you're the second lucky winner.
Okay.
The
Boss,
number
yeah, that's it. I think we call Daoud Heba, Nayak of Van Kratoka free Dr. Daoud.
And we are not for your friend Dr. Daoud. Mena meda Daoud Heba Hospital ano. Na enna meso enna ne Daoud ointment. Daoud 360 capsules wodwa manso a enne obi adi hu adanse. Na duwe edutwem Daoud ointment. Daoud ointment or se fetwi na ebeko. Ofa Daoud 360 capsules or cc na ade wom. Na drum yenu we adwuma bom. Obi a osisi ye o yapa. De obeye ne se o de Daoud ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a. Nansa bia no na odi bia bo asawa obetimi de atua. Udware wi a fa Daoud ointment. O de te ne fa sra. Ta bre kro na no na wonom Daoud 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre. Na danse ye na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi.
Daoud ointment. Edrowe me straighten and welding. The toda me pon djuma na me honam nyina me ye me ho bibi enyi. Ba se minya sa Daoud ointment we na me twitwia. Na no paso binya Daoud 360 na me no mo a. Ese kwa re me ye adwuma kra se kane no. Te do we de edi masema ma na be di wo so asema ma.
Electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Daoud ointment. So ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa den Daoud ointment fa twi keke na ebeko.
Lua me yusu mama hoden pa ma metumi gba adwuma bibi e kama e ma me ye. Daoud 360 capsules and a Daoud ointment. O me we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya odi nyina afiri o ma de che otumi be gba adwuma. Daoud ointment fa twi na ebeko.
Da bia amafo company de wo ka musa akọ spreader. Me secret na nu ani ebugdo na ani Daoud ointment ene papa. Me sole anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi. Me babia he. Mentebre secret ni nie. Ti so person te sem ya. We use Daoud ointment. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist. Ejuma me ye. En kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura antimi pega. And I say me ma ade so na lock me sisi. She say if you me share Daoud 360 capsules and the Daoud ointment. Aboa me bebre the dry you na so amente ya mente bla bia. Obia mo modern so betimi ape Daoud ointment and the Daoud 360 capsules. Enya bi ato.
Odofo se wate bi. Aduro ya me ka ho asem no. Eno ho adanse e na wonom adi no. Ko pharmacy e ben wo. Herbal shop e ben wo. Ne koto Daoud ointment. Daoud 360 capsules. Na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no. Wo so be di ho adanse. Wo pesa wo frɛ ya. Eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717. Baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house pe Daoud ointment and Daoud 360 capsules.
so ente be wura Euros na yakɔhwɛ matches ɛkɔ so ɛnra the net ɛbɛkɔ so 4 games ɛna ne nyinaa no ɛbɛkɔ so ɛnɛ na afei yɛahwɛ Copa America kakra mmerɛ bɛmu a yɛbɛwura ɛyɛ Africa kakra awa Mohammed atrase ɔha a ɔde Africa stories kakra nso bɛbrɛ kwa Mickey wɔ local stories kakra ne nyinaa no yɛde ɛbrɛ mu winner a ɔtɔ so mmienu amama 2000 Ghana cedis no ɔwɔ line no so kakra bi na afei yɛnhwɛ deɛ de ɛbɛka ho ama mo. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Edra.
Aha, it is a.
Yakupadu.
Ede Yankopon asifa. Me 2000 na bedu phone no so me boa.
Bacha.
Oh, nice. Now, o kasa free your friend saying.
Me kasa free
So full line. Oh, okay. Now, Grace, what the bidder?
Bacha.
Okay. All right. It is so full line. And the 2000 tosumi no yede ama niura. The tosumi and san mama 3000 cedis. Na fe the tosu and 9 mama 4000 cedis 40 million. And san epedi mu donko na afe yede aka nyina enso atoa mo so. Ye onsempi ese me twetwe nkomo sisi a minima de semonya papa na monin fanim remi na mene no entwetwe nkomo kakra. And yes, idea. Franconaro.
General.
I'm saying it was
I'm saying, and then I transfer,
yes,
local transfer, common, like I was saying, no. Sebi Drews are stage where as a BB not clubs and also so I drink a crying one. Yes, I know Moshe. We don't have to always wait for them to make mistakes and come here and take delight in probably chastising them or something.
Okay.
And then no, yes, you BB.
Sure.
Now you're in the aba. I'm saying one transfer issue and now you get do system. Salifu Ibrahim Di Maria. So Bebo has no more than a day. Two quines animal. I think the clarification so on ma. There Bebo to minima.
Okay, so it's a company for now. You know, bidding come over and so Nafi Yatwaso and so the Mamo. I'm saying Siki. Yitia na Yazakano. Okay, me call a Siedu eho. Na fi yenna kwa jikomo kakra Siedu na oye agent and manager the Emma Salifu Ibrahim Di Maria. Siedu, good morning. Hello, Siedu.
Yes, good morning.
Now, inform design.
It's portable stand.
I didn't go pass pa. Ina ni maybe a hold in na free ba later but you home come up. Now, I said, no cry. You know, and say Salifu Di Maria coach, you know. I say only in your man in free camp. No cry, sir.
No cry.
Now, a bad saying, Pacho.
Contract extension, no one and I could do
I could do say, as I just until I say, Nejuma, no, sir.
So, and then I say, I'm quite on my first one, my boy. When the Sudia and also count a man,
was it boy, this Debe or womb?
Oh, do you want them?
Yeah, sir, with my teacher.
The you say on the player. And now to the new concert, my Abraham only more at the last of registration. Remember what bench, remember more. Now, I brought in the bar, not on Mamma Nababo. Walk out here, quoting it, no, but remember name more, no more than attention. So, do come outside or extend the contract and move there.
Sorry, no more years, you do the Maria. Didn't know where, sir.
Best to or more in I can't be no do or more marker.
Coban say, any idea I'll bet me extended contract number. I'm a hat of Fukuno. No, Musha says over here. There
was a time what is almost over the level. I want the new so I remind you.
No, that's an mean to you. No, was on the comments at a man football club.
Oh, excuse me,
no, was on Di Maria concert. I'm
almost on the whole famous or crowd. Obekacho.
So adenti. So Muhiano.
Muhiano. So Muhiana. Last day of registration. And you team no now catch them the next so at my bar. Yeah, manager play any player never got to be all. I'm also supposed to requirement that okay. Yeah, the next team A and B. So that the no kobo. And you wanna coach Bruni never from Akatem initially. And I'm a fair can be good and I took coaching so and you are coaching. Omana ati one finance party. Omebom so at a man wa transport to do one finance party. Omo third match. Omo fourth match. Ena odene shot so odene ebo. Ena sorry a coach in answer no more man exit. Okase telephone say the same man factory players mo. Salifu was part of the charter boys. It is the joke. The season and the whole in 1 year and after the 6 months and I can. Yawa, I'm not enough for more. Colani to attack on the buyer. On that Colani will you the joke. You're going to soon tell Hanami.
Ko baby pa my intie ho nyina watara bai na yede
So no ni akola ni relate watara ni de oni akola no ndo pesa akola ni bo na akola no so aka che ni se something for more ono continent was
akola se mpanifo ben na ho a ontimi mo ma hasi
so the do men say the me bo ben for the mouth I can be no do te so mo na ye negotiation and you almost not many almost and they almost casafa boy no. And she and no na it be more abe group baby who's the you have quite last 5 matches apart from is it the team no and I around the ball 10 minutes and I said you nipa after Kotonia and I to bench I encase Salifu superstar and she permanent by any normal cosmeti akolano estanche ba watara ne de the joe because on pa akolana because in interview I also be team around akolano but the joe era otna enwoi
na Salifu di Maria ball a oba obi nim se a very good player dey na be ma akambe ni odote empenasem
that's the joe no there no one that's the joe me say e bet ma ba ta open myself na Frank na so open myself.
Nya sure say ebia o ma omo tough time pa e wa brantie no ni extension of the contract na tough time adi mo mundra
na say joe akwano o comedy ma and me dey ba house so me out of time I can be many years free to say that joe me no year free na papa friend busan and to kwani entemba the thing say the right team as say no they say me about studio na umbie microphone na masachi kata you put me into order and I'm boy
sure and correct yeah
and this akola no de say akola no bone ben pa na wadia your friend say house no coach go ni coach is open no now what coach is open into the name man so atema afi coach na you know odine boy ama wata no so ba wabeto aso so pa akola ba say yo baby anyo ma do me fi say akola no kona has na say entity no na sumbie na akola na sumbia because they do tuka no do
na say watara ese openasem on the coach team no so openasem I na ma akola no mo team no na unjai odote ni akambi na go coach ni so open player no who how ni say
na say you also num tell me support wa and the wa mu ni na me me who has coach our coach she's in the bit and I'm a pen who so na me say to see na akola no efi ni ni na ma me kwa akola ne de bi akola ne de ne first Nti me fi ka akola ne nije na obenya ha o wiase ama ono abia nante ona brabom. Eno ye paramount dan se meka se the support us in the change na atale from the contract.
I said, can be especially on Penasama. Then on Penasama still.
Na se jo. Se wo di obi kolona, wo di obi kolona.
Some more trust in our Kankoda no wasem the contract extension near the minimum in baby no and Sakra. Our new share some monka akodano contract extension was them. On Penang or no Baba transfer in the first place.
Na se jo bi o o three no ni no munaniti.
In the name so on Penang with my catch straight away so on Penang. On the Baba transfer 3-4 times.
Obi ameno the say me offer offer me tena me ko ba bi na so o se me na me more 5 minutes na me no kasa.
Yes.
And you say me permit my catch okay na more 5 minutes o ba fe na me do so. But the thing asem na the thing say madam for now o person dey akola ni kolo ne say bi akwa ni form adepe. And you person dey no ko so atema. Na o say jo bi aka 6 man. And now the new colo no. And Kata over to bring a contract and answer. So I think you tell us now move from the world go last season.
Okay.
Because the new colo now say it's now low.
Say the Joe Cano, House of Folk for, and I'm casting as I come. No, I'm for House of Folk because of buying the name of House of Folk. Almost for 2-3 times no share. Now negotiations no more no outcome pa ni saying because
outcome
say the Joe Cano na interest also more pen anything on a casa brand chance extended and also probably also interest also better as soon na year negotiations na year no outcome ni saying and na yaba be do be yadu
first me that is how buta me ba ko se outcome na wo me say na afanu ni na e benya obi e benya no want ya se omo ko two figure say omo we no mbetua and I'm sure that akola no mo jama 5 months naka 5 months
the wa only negotiations figures ni besesa aka 6 months so then the bargaining power no kwa ko di player no because contract ni wu na also so pay no next can ekoso na increase in terms of demand from momo side ni player and the management side and that's how patch.
Hello, Cheru.
Yeah, me ba me okay.
What did I make no? The American say Matthew opposite na say because if I say plan the contract be wu na aka 6 months na yet na say negotiation na ukwa na after be 2-3 months be no na contract na aben wu an sent na bargaining power no akwa di player no because so that we can other interest so ba nti ase ha say ba na nim no na mo kuma nim sare anka bia mo ka figure first one no mo 2 months probably nka mo conclude deal no sana opposite ochre.
Yeah, sir, on the your close this year. Ebia nna me no wakasa. And na 25th of June. So me find out your monka bi ma. Ebia be August. That or the na no kwa no captain for no pressure. And e ko sa kola ma mo mane nko for free. That or the say. Nti asem no a whole lot. Nti akola no me pato the joke. Okono new talent baby mo bi anya na so ni.
Okay, it is only hard to folk negotiations there nya dey ametima san transfer IBBA bi.
Na dey akola wa ka je ni to san ni o ma na o be negotiation bi any baby.
Oh, okay. And this say ne ho something saying with my teacher mu kakra. Okana.
Tajo. The may also contract 31st of July. Contract in here is better. Nintina, Nemakachi will be as a Akulano house. By no Mukase, Omonene, every BB or Moyen. Boba by Kimena, by a Siafa, this is never look out for.
Until possible, so Bobo, I'm a club you Ghana.
And for now, Makasa big no.
Club say na aba nim e Ghana ha.
Mo yetre.
Ahin fo.
Okay. Mo akase for me ansa ndi.
Kotoko mediama. And why? And why? I see do.
There's also chairman called in the man.
I see a chairman so I can okay.
Okay. If you some at the squad on the telephone nearby player.
Okay.
If come no my
okay. Nancy we to Kosovo be and also could say.
The Junior is on the pipeline.
Oh, I see. The middle chat work me contract will end July say 31st.
31st.
Okay. There remember coach I catch players on Sunday man uncle. Get back there.
The on the O2A. Only Michigan and
5th of next month. Kotokone had to book. Big game.
Oh, that's a joy. No, to me, a man for him. Sir, Uncle Martin. Me and your Moncata. The Georgia, Bow Fraqualana, Untimin Fraqualana, Quanca, renew contract. And I also do it. Also, the only Michigan and Tiachan. Don't know managing Michigan. Mickey, you Viviana or consider first after or consider the panel so at the man. Tell me how me family 7 years money. And to know the Maya man, no, to miss me in the Waya man. Tell me the Yakolanaka and Yanka from radio.
And a credit.
Tell me what players they bring. I am open and some more Makanya and nobody clearly. Somebody know that dreams in the video is Yakomiami goalkeeper.
Okay.
Assembly, you know. But I was a key football administrator. And then last day I had a close to registration. And now the captain says, you do a call an amount to a man, 2 needs to a man for Kata. Then Pana Colanayo, they do.
Saturday get Chemwa, yes, answer no crack season.
Jojo, your boss is in every. You have a boy here, so 5 matches not in 10. And to the funny say, Sergio Acolano was sound. But 20 months for the debut account.
Odi Maria, there's so behind me because I was son. And I'm what?
Sergio to the American. 20 months for the debut account. When you talk about 20 hours a year, the last match of boy became and over about 10 minutes. And it's like I was here consider with it. In the future, it's not with us again.
Oh, okay. Did I be bien who ever only had to folk at Transia Calculana Symbium?
Oh, thank you. I say at the chairman, but for now, I didn't know. Shame to say, maybe a colana, maybe also the boss, maybe a medical question.
Oh, I see. Also, crowd, we has any pow, minimum power.
The Omodia, you become to house for Omabumia Bramisu.
See, no one crown I has. Oh, mammy, who also has to folk. Pa! Chapter half.
I want to send no a young freeba. The joke because I call an uncanny destination and house. But for so many, I'm so okay. My essential, and my man, and your money. What from my essential, and no more one can work from more telephone. Meaning the telephone was Bonia with you as no.
Okay. I said, we are that's a must have all right. I said, do a Salifu Di Maria, the agent. And I don't know, I train and come on. All right. Coffee, yeah, but more than a bit when you had to be free, had to folk.
Now, we draw something from.
We need back on that drink.
I think it's a no wonder some Castle has. No wonder some Castle has.
Okay.
From Nadia, and I've been involved in such situation before. Yeah. You'll be a say simple. I could be a scab baby say or the plan corner or someone I can't be who casa.
Yeah.
What I say. I'm not saying say he has no office, but that's the first choice I have to folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. As an Obenya, in cast of folk about to the table.
Yeah.
About ye, what I say, properly so called. About ye and already what I said to agree to things. And I'm sure say all is not yet lost. Even though I can't say no negotiation. If he say how to for pass na mo friend in transfer, it's more than possible.
As a still no unya. Ma won transfer na mo kasa ya. Okay. Heart of Folk board member. Ewo line also Alhaj Akambi. Yene Alhaji sunjuju nkomo kakra TSC edu kakra. Yentie de Alhaji enso beka de afa asemi ho. Alhaji, good morning.
No point of correction, Mr. I'm a former board member.
Oh, sorry. Because
personally, Mr. Sia, if I keep quiet, I know some of the other fans the way they are. They are almost prayers and say, "Yeah, you be free so." Yeah, you be free so. So, mommy, is apostle no. I'm the kumi. So, yeah. The pastor, Mr. Chama was studio the one. Mr. Answer me the class, Mr. Chama one.
Chairman, why?
Aye, honorable.
Oh, honorable.
Managerial answer.
Onukra say opeso no di nkomo fa asemi ho.
Okay.
Unya board member kindly, but no ni which ni say ubesa ko board no so nti no for say board member no.
I'm the campaign manager. Don't forget.
Well, Alaji, where they does see a young, see a new din comache. Na anopayane Di Maria manager Edin Komo. Na komodieno mza udin wom bebre. Na yefu sese ne new city and so anye fese yabubo udin wonsem no na yentie wonso anu disem. Ne din kan minim we are where said Di Maria coach na ka chance on packing in the free camp. Abraham will prepare for Kotoko game on the 5th of July.
Honestly speaking, and so project our friend earlier. And I'll catch him I'm a best friend. A father and also Di Maria. But to be honest with you, lucky. Or drop a phone now. And I mean, I call every coach in the hall. And on the moment, I'll catch him say, okay. He was just telling me, say, and Di Maria will catch some of the players that we should go home. That's all he told me. Including Di Maria.
Oh, I see. Now, Omepacha or Trem Saint Makacha Omunkofino.
To be honest with you, I never asked him anything.
Alaji dear,
me say, who your program now? One day is on telly, and it's been captured on radio station Accra. And the amount for Tiepa. So, so this friend Abona. So he quickly called me because I know Karen. What's in Nipa now friend and I say, maybe I will not be which he knew very well. I know nothing about it. So, or coach and Catherine and Noah said, Uncle P.
Alaji, the man who crack here said before Pan say, Di Maria, the manager, I see do. Or say, Abrantiano, on in Abrantiano, say, wo ni ura dote, muda so house voka, and ya dear Sakwadana bebo house vote beam. Now, the Ashishi as soon as say, in him say it's on record. So, wo and now dear America called Techimai. Ekofa Di Maria de neba has emrebi togwe kai e mankrofo bebrebo abaso e wo honum ekoba ne say na ni Di Maria ntema say
anyway, I'm happy say I'm out for a baby, what you are saying. So, man, my interview now, but based on what you are telling me, based on what you are just saying, let me ask someone and says, maybe I'm just hearing it from him directly. So, the about issue now, like you said, I'm happy. Everybody knew how Di Maria came to her support. Oba and also, or you ne kuma na obo ne kama. Afterwards, within 4 months, he had a call up, even to the national team. Oba Kasa maybe now he called Japan, a couple friendly match. He was part of the team.
Yeah.
But now anywhere Kasa, I am not a coach. So coach Akase Onkofia. What has that got to do with me? Onobe Kase Mini do say or Hong Kong dia kwano on bobo. So our studio no more so and I say or Tienia. Mesra mo say your boyfriend match be ye ni 11 wonders. He specifically called me, say Alaji Bomodi Nebra. Let's slow the deal for the extension. Emma me by. After the game, Alaji Bashir asked here no kuta 11 wonders. Or invite here for a dinner in his house. Amen. You can say, I see it in our film. Now you have AFCON final that day. During halftime, a friend of mine Bonti, I could give him come. And I gave him our figures. And he gave me his figure. The difference was just something simple. It was based on the gross and the net. Figure now or no, all panel as net. I told him, say, baby, we can only pay that as gross so that he'll pay his taxes. And I made it clear to him to say, and internal revenue, the more you earn your salary, the more taxes you pay. I'm sure all of you are working. When you have a range, maybe from 1 city to maybe 4,000 Ghana cities, your tax is something little. A group from that side going to maybe let's say 10,000. The taxes no cost through more. From 10,000 going above, your taxes go higher. So that was the discussion I had with him. Honestly, since that time, my country, I was waiting for him to tell us, oh, yeah, accepting proposal. But he was also insisting on that figure no should be net. Unfortunately, yes, your resume has started second round. Across the folk against Inshatrama, Signani, or what do you call the place? Remember Di Maria scored the second goal. On my way coming, I got to Kumasi. I had a problem with my car. That's my brakes. So me can anopa. Let me do. So more magazine anopa. Or no, I see do. Any man auto 11 wonders, Bashir. Because almost our interest, because they have a percentage, which is 30% onward transfer. So he called to talk to me. Then cost. And I catch and say, I see do come home. It's part of 11 wonders. Also talk to him. This is what we have offered. So that's the thing of okay. We were 3-way calls. And I tell me say, Alaji, I acquired the price and it cost through. That was after the match against Tramada, he scored the goal. He told me specifically that he will catch me say, anything less than $2,500, he's sorry, the boy will not play again.
And I didn't decide to say, I don't want to know about I said it. I said it.
Okay, Alaji,
because I did interview one to me last Saturday. He said this is what I was telling. But I knew he was referring to me. You getting me? Because 1 player about 2,500. Dollar was about 15 cities. Which tells you that he's coming to take close about 48,000 Ghana cedis salary in Ghana. Even this Aboriginal crowd, most of this, almost 2 guys can do some amount. Since that day, no, the Prince Saturday, we young people. And none say, with your matana. You bet here, yes, you got a pen. You here, Lydia Tim the pen. All stories in the air call we were just trying to over it. Honestly, I wouldn't have spoken today concerning the Maria. But amount for the brain, almost no come. And they may not hear my side of the story. And then I accepted to grant the intent. If not, over 6 months now, the last day I spoke on any radio station. Okay. But I just want to make it clear. So no cafe. So many of those who have suffered there and the Maria Bebo has been. And it's a big wrong. I mean, it's a mistake. We did everything with him before he started. So what went wrong?
Alaji, first of all, you're grateful for the honor of speaking with us. But Utie common now, dear Bakwa is how my dream is. I think at the start of the season, my friend the catcher say Omfa Akran Konsu Atreman, to uncle negotiating on Konsu Atreman. As an Yenji Tumuno, Di Maria is a big player, a very good player. A day in Ebema has decided say Omudi Konsu Atremanti on in manager any Suatreman for Nkasa.
Mickey, let's say all those sides it's a dead and forgone issue.
But that's a hundred and more Madri almost say a crown and a mumpeno and a mumpena seventina. Moyason Kunsu Atremano.
Before that issue, for our line also, it's what when he called me before that time, and something okay. He admitted himself, he called me, said, Alaji, my banner. The Bobo above. And I was sure to say, here now every man, he has some of his groups. That was our company on Anthem. He's losing concentration. And other things. And here the research here now. Why did he say so? Because on entire boy, the form not dropping. So, said you make it. Nobody will bring in a player with the expectation, and you are not getting that. So, what is wrong? If you are not getting that form, they do call low now. What is wrong with that? But you said you not go. And the coach himself, hope now. That can say, no. You make sure, say, I'll bet you the form. That was how he kept him in the team.
Not just to see, that decision wasn't the coach's decision, but rather that of the management.
No, hear me. That time on a stable league, the coach wasn't in Ghana here. He was not the one in the team. But the report now, from other coaches now, my predecessors was so clear, say he wasn't doing well. And yes, boss, we saw it clearly with the report now. So we thought that if that be the case, why not let him go on loan? Or the back now. Now we're taking it form.
All right,
so it doesn't mean that when a player goes on loan, it doesn't mean you don't want him. So you say you want to terminate the contract outright, but you know that player, there's a lot of potential in him. And
the building courage and everything. Mr. Babak, it doesn't mean anything wrong.
Not just say beginning of this season, a year Kenya season indeed, yeah. Now kind of 1 year pay. Now player kind of 1 year, no. So also on loan 1 year. Sunday now we jana kwaya no. Now you were going to renew before you let him go.
Carlo now all corner, na condition was so he would extend his contract and son of the you know.
Oh, okay.
It was part of the conditions.
Okay.
He will extend his contract for a season. No, a corner performing all well and good. A corner one performing. What is this boy's name? Yeah, well, boy, that could be our friend. I've forgotten the name of. Yeah, the name of Aqua. Aqua, just half season. They called to tell us, sorry, they don't want him again. So they were free hard squad for Aqua. We all monitor him.
Is it over now?
Oh, no, hear me. As I said, they keep every moho. Officially, Obienka, apart from the coach, and a player, or catcher, Uncle Fee. Uncle Fee, I don't know. On Penny Biomo, and I didn't ask. Because before, then I didn't tell you about the democratic matching. And what I knew was, coach said only 20 players per. And they are training it till on the 5th. So, I don't think that's my personal opinion because he didn't tell me anything. Say he doesn't want him on the list of his team, even coming next year. Where is concerning match now about the ball on the 5th? And offer some certain number of players are on training till on the 5th. He only told himself, coffee. Then they take it in a different angle. But as I said, coach and country may say, and then engage maybe one man in the contract and don't renew it again. I'm not aware of that. All he told me yesterday, so training run over. It was evening time now, all banner. According to coach, he told him, say, Kofi.
Alaji, yabedasi, na minim se, Salim Adams, so be pese be brief here, kakra, because him say on say some suspended.
Oh, they've all been recalled.
Omar recall Salim Adams.
All of them, both Aroni and Pedunina.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yes, but Pedro was here yesterday. He trained with the team. I was here. I saw him train. The Salim Mahmai.
Alaji Anope, if you ampu, yabedasi pi, ewo bra wonya chichi, mama, yacha ubia.
Thank you.
Papa na also the campaign manager, no so say ochia ubi.
Oh no, on him said me campaign mawa over winning. And what I did for those days, all like that they could upon that time. And all we need. And the Magatans on the family campaign manager.
Say Josie Visa say season, again amoye. Like how did you see the entire season of Azubuk season abanewe?
Oh, I don't want to. As I said, I don't want to talk. Over 6 months now, I've not spoken to any radio station.
Okay. Yeah, Laji.
But because of this Maria issue, I may be different the way other people will look at it. That was why I came out to clear the way airways now.
And you say
let me see 29. It will come out. It may be never studio.
All right. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Very well.
Okay.
All right.
Alaji, that's it.
Okay. Alaji can be. And I didn't teach the movie, and so our brain or Kessben television. And when it goes away, Kessben 2.9 Accra, Kessben 3.3 Kumasi. All right. Kofi, can you bring out of my?
Yeah, I think so.
I see do baby no person also busana simbi. But why we are not quiet to mam train simbi.
And that's not what
Alaji Kasana I see do person about also busana questions be. Nah, I don't know.
With all due respect to Mr. Sidi, say be am fana ma. Because and yeah aim ne say be create problem me no now because we are now for. So ni ma we no no. Had been dealing except say utie Mr. Sidi do kana and they are large can the difference instead anymore when they've been meeting and they've been negotiating. The only problem is that from the first point of negotiation, Oman can't figure no. But Alaji went on to say subsequent negotiations said Mr. Sidi can so only no case after better man na ba ko ba na circumstances na it demand na be different. But Alaji was comfortable to tell us only $2,500 was the asking price. Mr. Suma made the minimum say 12,000 cedis from the first one. So 12,000 cedis. Yamfa na you know and can say even if the dollar was at 15 whatever you saying krana. We are talking about maybe $800 to $2,500. Which the increment
more than double.
Very more than 300.
More than
what I say? Because more than 200 because 100 by 1,600. Another will be 2,400. So no. Over 200% increase in terms of demand. I think that's where problem no error. And I'm tempted to believe maybe we neutral people to try and some better negotiation. There's a possibility the boy could a bit mark back, but the breaky come in the back a crown say when you catch and say
see doing was a syllable so
on the sun normal and coffee.
I said we didn't have
I think that maybe they didn't handle it well. I want to put it that way. When you coach, you plan on pen. I speak to your management. It's management with on mobile handle. So on the match. I did say be our act of insubordination, not suspending it, and they'll be sacking it straight away. But if it's based on some contract and any sound man there, I think you leave it to your management for them to negotiate.
To why you say coach didn't go bit me. I'm a boy in Africa.
Unless I like catcher say, and a power no my friend or catching to understand the reason.
Oh, okay.
I want to believe what Alaji.
I
want to believe what Alaji has said.
It could be say Alaji ni other members of the management. Coach no ni other members of the management. Nakasa name Alaji na nenya. It's possible he spoke to the CEO. Reasons why Omar Di Maria.
If you understand how to folk the way they run it, now what you say pa. Say management na nkanye coach be ka kire Alaji. Nkomo na be ka kire no.
Okay.
But what must I say? And Alaji is one of the, I should put it that way, junior management members of Hartford. Says only board on us. As he said. Into other seniors, and there was so. So for the coach to pick up with meaning say probably on any first point of call. And it's not obey escalate across.
Okay.
But what the message?
But baby, looking at the circumstances, match labor, and if you are still in negotiation, name to be 2% money coffee.
You inform your
people. But it's not like my own large person can say, or contract. Game with 20 players, pen no friend. Now those 20 no feel say Di Maria can be part, so you should leave. And I'm saying that if it is for the purpose of only this game, now money movie on then it should come with proper explanation, especially a senior player whom you are still negotiating. But Pakunema Kofi, it is said they are.
And it's a 20 players in a ball against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Oh, yes, sure, so be anywhere, Di Maria Beckham, and my Pamono.
And I'm making say, especially when he's proving say he plays better against Kotoko.
And I'm surprised with the situation based on what Mr. Sedu Kachre what he said there also coach player na say what I say in his view maybe I can be another people don't even like the player but the coach likes him so but what it would take for the coach to then ask him to leave Pakistan and leave
well you first year year na yatwa so me call Dominion Herbal no more could go kakra ba ya kanyina na imom the oho ni say Abrante free Hartford camp. Was no ebe wuram there to so duasa baako. And on the Hartford contract no very July bosume. Yeah. July ending. And contract no very. Enti also be 3 clubs and approach ono any boy from Ghana. Na amanone de nso rule out and so the be my boy ni bia no be manako no akakobo.
But Hartford but possible so be Ghana.
Oh, so okay. Okay, so possible. Why not? The Oceans na ye quadia. The clubs not me meeting the demand now. Why not? Until the okay, so I don't know. But only had to book the Amoto Quanta, say the Omo Apai. Be me see be a boy no na dream but no see do the no way. So okay, yeah, be a boy no, but no cry no possible. With
the two be something small, respect something small.
Yeah, we wait to see maybe so. Okay. I'm a rubber. I'm the one who cry. How a bread a day. And you know, maybe I'll be paying now. We are
maybe I don't question.
Maybe I don't question. Yeah. Oh, fat me.
That money I'm there.
Yes.
Uti papa no. O person ati as a professional. O person o can simbi. Na o say media no across the group.
Yeah.
Obi ehwe. No o kase nkraman for fref.
Sure.
Ah, me ma catch you so wo.
Man for
edu sabre
man for tea.
And we do ya.
Man for tea.
Aberwaba. Uhunu. The tona ka o ka we sespe.
Dominion herbal. Dominion herbal powder.
O tete me.
Debbie.
Na me say
do you be a me fanya usa.
Meneno.
Yes.
Wase adana 1 minute no for moment na me ba me nje.
Mati. No problem. It is chassis. Okay.
Na menchia Kessben. Any radio station hodoa. Sabi omuko school. Na obia omo ye record say ye ne womo a omo twro so twro. E mamo nyina ha. Masane mo sa hyebio. E nkomo no a da ne da me ne modie no. Na yedi ni se ye be kaka ye ho. E wa pomodien kwa sabusuafo. Ade ba ko a ya pa ne se. Why ye adwuma bi. Na adwuma na so aba. Na anka ubedi ubre so aduane. Na just of a sudden ubo ni pre na bibia beto abrabo mu a no kwasam ne se udidi a ana se wontimi nkoma ebasa ye yie pa eno na Angels Dominion Herbal Center ya hwe ne won kokko ya kwa setena na ye hwehwemu se enipa bia hia enipa me papa bi ne brofo bia no takose everybody needs somebody. Se yehwe yasetena mu ni ewiase mu nsɛm a Onyankopɔn bɔ ade no wode obia hyebra hyenensa ana oma obia so nimdie bi a ede beboa ne yonko nipa ye de ye duro ye na eduro no efe ne Dominion Herbal Powder na de tiene se herbs ebo nipa yie pa enti hawa hodo a ede nipa so apomdin kwaso yo ye de kwam no ehum aye ni Dominion Herbal Powder obi se medie ni obi se medie ni obi se medie ni obi se medie ni wo ka bomu a na kwakwa se how poti bi wo ho a adota for from say chronic disease ebi die yesi kire yade ebi die mu yade ebi die tipaye ebi die yefun yade ebi so die eye emojaboroso ebi so die yesi kire yade ebi die asthma ebi die sei ebi die sei ebi so die sei sei ni se na meka no esan se ye kasanti wa translate ko wakasa mu efa yare kwa so ebre makama mo yade nkron na so ade bia mani padua no ho techima no meka wo se Dominion Herbal Powder ya pomdin si achi ba okoso nanom na nopa enwumre anopa enwumre ebretia obi no ebeboa amo sanya hoden foforo ena bi wo ho a ya ne ye pese enipa no bi nenum kase ampa ye wadansi ahodo chebusua wa wo hweme na wotie me de pese me ka kire wo ne se bisa ho se Dominion Herbal Powder do not tenenka na wotie nenka no anamo be na tufa ho bia wotie ne wamua ubu ani guso awie yi me show nkura se empanifo se achia emui esene benyina de hwe screen so yo no ma hodo nkorokoro enan ene wo so ba ko ya hye ne so ya ne yellow ɛyɛ 0543 15 81 95 0543 15 81 95 ɛno ne rempimu PCA wɔ noma no region bi a wo bia wo refrɛ saa noma no sɛ so betuma agine wani no ahwɛ noma no agu screen so a region bi a wo bia fa na wontimi di afa kakraka no ofra no waka babia wo frifiri ne de hɔ no maama wo anasa sɛm no atwase na odi hu nkoma ne obedi anopai me hyɛtie fu nkone sɛ obu wɔ hɔ a wɔnante kakra bi a na wabrɛ ɛkyerɛ sɛ biribi atɔkyema wɔ nipadua no na sɛ ahode nipadua bɛsa afa na ho ne bi wa gye sɛ wonom Dominion herbal powder obu wɔ hɔ a ɔhyɛ dɛm opie fra bontena na n'ani so asiw no wo sɛ ɔnhuna deɛ ana ɛnyɛ sɛ bi n'ani na frɛ o asɛ sum bi abɛkata nim betu bi na anim awai ɛkyerɛ sɛ biribi nkɔ yi obi so tena se ɛkya wo sɛ ne nsa gyene na ontimi afeki sɛ wɔde na pempem hɔ saa ɛnkanka minim nkurɔfoɔ bi a sofrika mu si a na ogyina hɔ din etwa ne kuro asɛ deɛ wagya ne biribi wɔ kan no nanso nya bi kom mmom ne nan agyene ne mogya ntimi ni afusa no ne mu ye efisɛ wɔtena se kyɛɛ no wɔnya effect sɛ ogyina hɔ a etutu na pempem kakra sɛ tomato abɔ sɛ saa haw no bi wɔ so a abusua deɛ mpɛ sɛ meka ma ɔte aseɛ ne sɛ fa wo ho to Dominion herbal powder so meka sisi dua sɛ obu wɔ sɛ meda duro so kɔso da duro no so because wɔ yare akɛseɛ bi wɔ hɔ a ebi sɛ diabetes bi sɛ so kyerɛ yadeɛ adɔta fam ya te aseɛ sɛ ne ko ɔden ɛto bɛnum adura na mmom meka kyerɛ wo sɛ tɛnɛtɛtɛ wɔn mpanimfoɔ ka sɛ wei yɛ ahoɔfɛ ntoa so sɛ wode Dominion herbal powder duro no ɛka woduru a wonum ho a ɛfiri na wɔtwe akyi korɔ no wobɛhu nsesa ɛwɔ nipadua no ɛbɛsa akɔso nom na mmoa na fei gyae nnuro a wonum nyinaa ɛnom sɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ da koro ka ɛyɛ ka fofo meka sɛ nɔma no bi yɛ 0543 15 81 95 sɛ wohwɛ baabi ahwɛ mɛfiri biaa wowɔ Kumase a borɔno a drugstore ahodoɔ wɔ so nyinaa ebi yɛ kewo ne emrom dani heba fredimens corona keba apidan pfa pharmacy wokɔ hɔ abenya biato uduru sunwani a cap 1 homestar pharmacy Joe Benedict ana Mose pharmacy uduru Brekuma newborn pharmacy or station wa abrosan the store no painting in blue and white okoha obenye biato afei wo nkran a ko okashi drug lane store so ahodo a wo ho nyina okwa obenye biato wo nkokɔ antiako banom health pharmacy obenye biato abusua de pese ekene se Dominion herbal powder no eye ahoampam gini wonimu a enipadua no eto ape eti dem bese me kama ti 40 asen se mpanin se obi benya wa ene yare amman kama sem yare ne yeken obi atede me kan pote nenso mfa na sem efiri se adan no sem binti na adan no sem so mfa ntutu ye ho ka obi si makoto aduro bi menum ye no amene manhunu so eti saa na duro bi ate dabi mpanin si ehun surumani awiei de pese me kama ti 40 ase prekopani se Dominion herbal powder duro no eye duro a ebo nipa e build the immune system no ebo yankomo an ho ban emma ahoden foforo ebe nipadua no na se obenya ahoden foforo a ejenema bi ni so adota for you are what you eat
okay
nene so jo dia ahmetene se ase nipa binum pam ho nyantem te se aburu a ye hyene mane nyini ntem enya adwa ne ntu ye hyene mane brentem we a akwaya chimbe de enti amma chemicals dozo ye nuanum etu hie nuanunura ebetma cleanse ne padua no
okay
na apilifa mogya no na se yare bi wo su bi ye kase bia no ebi ye fro
yeah
na ahotoso a mepɛ sɛ tiefoɔ te aseɛ ne sɛ ahotɔsoɔ no ne Dominion herbal powder ɛfisɛ yɛne yɛnkwa yɛ mu nnua yi ɛna yɛde yɛ nnuro
Sure.
na nokwasɛm ne sɛ yɛbu nkɔmmɔ hwɛ yɛkyiri a na yɛareɛ akɛseɛ akɛseɛ sɛ ne nni hɔ ɛso ne didi anwummerɛ yɛbɛtumi bɛ ofuo ɛdidi nɔɔtwe yɛwie de bɔde tiri ne hwanwan ɛnɛ so ɛ pɛ ho sɛ didi anwummerɛ wobɛte ɛno nti sɛ ntimi ntua no nti no aduro bi gyina waboa no twɛn aduro no ne Dominion herbal powder ɛboa wo ma wo mu yɛ du papa bi job sɛ papa bi sɛ wo ho te sɛ wɔsɛ me ho ɔden te sɛ bɛ resita sɛ wopɛ sɛ wonya ahoɔden na wodi obrɛ so aduane na wodi mfie ka wo mfie ho a na ma ne yɛ 0543 15 81 95 kɔtɔ bi no ɛbɛbɔ papa yo
Abraba.
Oh, we are some casi match.
We didn't from now soon.
What's it?
Umren na 1 minute. And I feel over cancer.
And you make a massive.
I know we are on castle.
Hi, Joe. So, dear. Maybe the man was here. They make can say, oh, Bian Kotobi.
Simple.
Not the can or Banyama or Numbi. And then that's what I'm make.
Okay.
And I'll buy my current for so
Numbi. Okay.
And I could die when you feed me.
All right.
A 18, a 1 tea cup, a mat, where the attack one is so. With Bonapa, with a dubia so I don't know. And with the canum Dominion herbal powder. And you mirror what did we are quite down with you. Now, dear, and
come on, Dominion herbal powder. I rubber do this here. Seminal Mreno 12:35.
Just a second.
Okay, yenteme.
Me ba. Your friend Deborah Brago Boachi.
Okay.
And then baby.
Oh, that's what doesn't pa. And ya dibia, Mgazebia.
Or Charadio half a sne.
Okay, okay.
A could be friend a pum.
Okay.
Till there, oh papa. Memoir, I would apa.
What's your friend say?
Deborah Brago Boachi.
Okay. Yadom. Wow.
Deeper,
easy cry. Okay, Deborah, and yeah, wish you happy birthday. Now, also, what he found?
Oh, half a scene.
Western region, yeah.
Where the Coco d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Crookituabi, or half a scene in Finfia, friend, a pun.
Okay.
What would you that?
Mentida.
Some call
Mati half a scene by a punu de. Menti.
So a crack is your
all right, the numbers here. Then I go for your mother, and they are signing all at Transibio, Kessben television, and when you go out here in Pamcho, numbers now, Robert the two down, Monfre, na Dominion herbal powder. Ni dinkeke na aji nemum eye dwuma ye papa. Mekono ko chemisika a etoso miensa eye 3000 cedis. Why ho na ebeko bones. So I crowd was some na number ebeyi ne hono fat breme na me discuss here. Bones.
Sir Joe, number bang and a ne ho. Now fade from the third pot, 3,000 Ghana cedis no. Akwako guni phone so and 10 times so. We call oba na se bema ho na Ghana hin fa no ni akrono wo. MTN users, Telecel users. So be at me ni hu gym, no be at me wini. Why na e wini? Why na e wini? Why na e wini? 3,000 Ghana cedis. Kessben cash pot. Lucky number ni ye. 0591 266 star 0591 266 star. Me pa so number near 3,000 Ghana cedis. Sergio Laka Roma, Kessben cash pot. Alande ewo phone so. Sergio
3,000 Ghana cedis Alandi will be phone so ayehwaya kwa miki baba transino the local source no and so akahode amaye DD Akumadan Senior High School una the way and so abreye or say if we expect the prize money for leagues should be the base for running our clubs, then EPL, La Liga and others must stop too perpetually. Boss, how much is Mbappe's signing on fee plus his yearly wages? Okay? We need to always educate people rather than compounding their confusion. Pause. We need to make our league attractive so that fans will march to the stadium weekly. Also, our clubs should be able to attract lucrative sponsors. And finally, our clubs should be able to sell players out. The aforementioned instances are keeping the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City, and others running effectively and not prize monies. For instance, Hartlepool is located in our capital, where all our big companies can be found. But they are unattractive enough to attract even a single company. How many of our players have personal sponsors? Our problems shouldn't be unnecessarily simplified on the Ghana Football Association, DD, Akomadan Senior High School, and anyway, and so a brain. Kwame Kems were Juma, I kakrebi and okay, here's your way. I hold a position that anyone who argues that a league prize money isn't enough for the league clubs, for the clubs, doesn't understand what prize monies are meant for. What does Andy mean by enough when he says the prize money isn't enough? Prize monies are symbolic rewards for winning and not a payment for winning the title. All over the world, there is nowhere prize monies are more than the budgets of the clubs. The prize monies are not the funds for the running of the clubs. They are meant to reward the hard work of the club that has won the title. The FA gave $46,000, $36,000 from Star Times plus $10,000 from the FA to clubs for the season for sponsorships, and the FA itself, from sponsorship the FA itself generated. The prize money is approximately $33,000. And the league winner will again be given $30,000 to support the African campaign. In total, the winner of the league gets around $109,000 for winning the title. That is $46,000 plus $33,000 plus $30,000. So even if the FA is not giving anything at all, they are giving about 1.7 million cedis to the winner of the league. Let's encourage the clubs to seek for their own sponsorships and be innovative by making very good use of the Premier League status they have. Man City were given $78.5 million for winning the 2024 EPL. Meanwhile, the prize value of their players is estimated at $1 billion. Ruben Diaz alone is expensive than the EPL prize money. For Phil Foden, $120 million. Haaland, $180 million. About twice the prize money of the EPL. How will City buy these players if they rely on the prize money of the EPL? So if clubs rely on the prize money to run their business, how will City survive the EPL, Sergio? Please, let's encourage our clubs to be proactive in securing their own sponsors to run their administration and not rely on the league prize money. In any case, the clubs themselves know the FA is really doing a lot to support them. Hence, they are not complaining about the prize money. Let's encourage our clubs to be proactive and ingenious. We saw what Dreams did in Africa. Were they given any different money apart from what they got from the FA? And they must come again. Wow. So this is also your contribution, or baby, also your shake to fix. Yes, also your contribution. Say go studio and got also back canon and the ordering and so at two shake to fix. Baby, I will be a maminchel. I'm so only Didi minimum someone doing home on Troya, but no way they know what. Say Didi, dear. At the chrono, no natural. Yeah. We saw a guy. We want to yaranka ide.
Sir, now who's a unit right up about proportionate? What I say?
Okay.
Say or the EPL no. What I say the prize money of the EPL is proportionate to almost system no.
Okay.
Ghana they proportionate to. Into me say almost try any
Okay. All right. Quite biggie.
General.
Maminti do de brain.
Friday and a Kumasi Asante Kotoko be resume training general ahead of a democracy kappa eba bekoso no match bekoso on the 5th of July and I can see no ebekoso Accra Sports Stadium between Kotoko and Accra Vogue and the Besia Democracy Cup and only she said that has a resume training I will also prepare towards ASL game one and no ebekoso on the 5th of July. And when she said, at the fat yes, Jumedi, ye bababo, and so a home. Honorable Woyomi, or do a nature parliamentary select committee for sports, Wakasa the fat democracy cap.
Historic and it's something that has come to bridge the gap just in between, of course, the legislature and the statutory to embrace why we need to live and coexist peacefully, so that at least we can embrace what and how we have agreed to govern ourselves. This is historic and it's something that has come to bridge the gap just in between, of course, the legislature and the statutory to embrace.
When and some honorable Woyomi, what you to do, Sabre, Sa Democracy Cup, I have on the boy, a parliamentarians, no, any year civilians, na ya to Abamono, a Yonkofa, a beda in Tim, Samson Senator Ajima Rollins, on also MP, on also Casade for Democracy Cup.
I mean, it's an important thing because it's a way of creating a bridge between the public and Parliament by using sports as a unifying factor. We all know how powerful sports is as a unifying factor, and this is something that's supposed to celebrate the 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy, which we hope will go forward and not just be in Ghana, but in the sub-region and across the continent, as we seek to build bridges between various democracies across the country using sports.
General Way is Senator Ajima Rollins. Ono so nsɛm a wɔde to dwa ɛde fa democracy cup match a ɛba bɛkɔ so no ho ɛno ne hyehyɛ Sam Johnson sɛ yɛ sɛ parliament ɛbɛ organize biribi sei wɔn nyinaa bɛkɔ akɔtɛ akyire ama no abɛ kra bɛhwɛ.
The parliament or the chief of the house is introducing, and I think we all have to, and I think this will go a long way, and I hope and pray that the support that everybody is supporting will bring something good out of this one.
Democracy against the because on the 5th of July, Abrakumasi Asante Kotoko, Bomo and Hazovok and the Beshia, Prince Osekwabena, personal terms will be with a year Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Abrantaneba as free agent, and a Prince Osekwabena Osina Kain a day Emma Bobo Krefen baby any gold stars. They said the Oba Adjoini Kumase Asante Koroko from baby any gold stars or a free agent. And I say Oni Kumase Asante Koroko etimi but also say Tony Bebo Mamma Toso Nafi Prince Osekwabena the move no general you see the city until Oba Kumase Asante Kotoko Abeboa Kumase Asante Koroko for next season. Kumase Asante Koroko say the general Friday and a one more share one more a trainer say already no say by Friday no most of the new players are one more permanent and do Friday there no metima conclude some of them will meet me adjoining Kumasi Asante Koroko team no and only same free Kotoko asye and so eba ye bet was what that stories man ye finish across the book asye Mr. Frank Nelson former executive council member was a Ghana Football Association and yes LTU omko relegation tea also mu John Musa and was a GF no a maso ade omo ye no enye football wo mo go football enimu ase so players eni ho no akofa players bi de kosi akan de wo say nye right thing to do and until say GF no mo relegation kra GF no etwe maso ye pa.
What you said about RTU, I think that for me is
unbelievable. It's something I've never seen in football. I've not seen people who decided to register or come to a venue with players who are not registered players or players they pick from anywhere. It just means that they didn't take the association very serious. And I'm shocked. And I'm shocked very well that the association will not let them go free. If it's not just been to relegation, I don't think that's the end of it, because for me, going to relegation is not just the issue. They have to be dealt with. The books have to speak, and if there's any disciplinary issue, they should face it. Because if we don't do it, other teams might do it. This is a very serious thing for our league, and it's a bad example for a team that is in relegation. Special reference to what you said about RTU, I think that.
Ankena se wokolo ne semode to dwano no oso gidie se osa so twen ekodema out you for what's that about say situation that about come no emwa o has about season bia no mo bre for the past 3 seasons the bia mo bre the bia has bre no metema survival relegation afi e bia to mo o se next season there e was so about etimi free sat bia ni mo na has etimi ya nyema papa.
Safe in a situation like that, but it's a lesson for everyone. Now we are talking about my club, Accra. So it's a big lesson for us. We've done it last year. This year we repeated the same situation. And I'm sure it's not something the supporters are very happy with. It's not just the supporters, anybody who loves football. Because Accra is a brand for Ghana football. So if we don't do very well, it's affecting the league table and every other thing. I mean, the league organization. So I think my club, Accra, we need to lift up our game. We need to do things very well. It's not that we're not doing things. Sometimes, like I say, you find yourself in a situation that unfortunately will be the answer, but you have to learn from unfortunate situation and improve the situation. So I'm sure by this time next year, you will be seeing Accra doing these things we are seeing today. I'm not saying they're going to contest for FA Cup, because we are not. That's not where we belong. So we always belong to the top. We want to win the league. So, and the lessons of last year and last 2 years, this year will be a guide to us. I'm sure we will do very well. The coach will be able to do good recruitment. Maybe some players will come in, some players will go. Just a little bit of blend so that we can refocus and then get that into its normal position.
Mr. Frank Nelson Wokolo, your former executive council member or your board member, the man across the book, and now this answer with to that House of Oak Club, and I said, this is it, GDSM, Nyama Ebetisa, and the man across the book, Bobokono, said the situation for the past 3 years, a bit me assessor, a dear free all. Bobo Kefena Crown Lions say almost 5 key players. Clubs, I would watch your crata, the Quacomomo, I won't hear players in the beam, a dear free a club. A Crown Lions a ready, says our players, no, Bomo Ebejomoquai, a momentime aqua, because one of the almost players, no may you place no, a momentime siakai, and so a day a mobomo and so. Yet was so about that story, so my brain tank was the same. What did he say? Yin was supporting national team coaches, no. Ne omo ejumedi a wo mu di no etimi konkan wo se obo Black Stars coach no abaso simple no your last 2 games no wetima bono modern ama Black Stars etimi di nkonim
coaches were and you know I'm fast supporting them more and me Ghana ni anytime you be here me service definitely me
Coach, how pleased are you see win your last 2 World Cup qualifiers?
Oh, very pleased because na because of the previous matches I boy, but no to buy at least these 2 qualifier matches here is home. And honestly speaking, players in the will be and you know me hope we say the next ones everybody be taking it easy to say we am.
When you some coach Bullet Ibrahim Tanko what they atuja Global Recruitment Agency visa loan chese ma visa on loan visa de ma loan chese ya ma kwan mo etime to kwan akọ Dubai visa nwunsem nyina no ye ne be fa woka wo airline ticket nyina no ye ne be fa woka de ma o na mom hye ne so koduru agreement e be ni se edwuma na wo kọ akoye no ye start tua woka ye betiti sika ne no betena se ne atiti sika no se de be ya wo betua sika no e de amaye na mom so free Ghana ha edweni akira amanone akwakoye adwuma wo ye carpenter ni wo ye mason ni obi aye nsa no adwuma bia wo ye bia wo supervisor e na wo tu peso tu kwan akoye adwuma aduane de be ma 3 times a day ye free ye be ma free transportation de akwa adwuma ye be medical insurance e de amount ye be ma free accommodation we de eye visa eye loan enunti na wo so frɛ Global UK Recruitment Agency our number we so
Your number no is 0247 139874. 0247 139874. What for number we so ya be joso na for visa loan wo so timi enjoy bi 0247 139874. Frey na yemboa heba so cream e cream a bema na yusi and then the capsules o ya bema oni obeshema se sia na nyama ba besenko less than 1 minute less than 5 minutes nyema nkoye emfama. We are selfish. Umobano untimi satisfy obano. We here hebaso cream ni bi. We apply hebaso cream ni bi and no nebeboa eme nije aba ediamao abra no ba enso ehiem. Apply bi o penis no after 30 minutes na wa fefu wakwa washe. Na fe bredru so oni obano ebedi nhyiemu. Obe satisfy no ama anytime biano waba on chain hebaso cream no edi ajetum so we use cream no side effect because and natural herbs and idea capsules and so nom capsules be one capsules be no so beboa e be active food supplement e be bio veins no mu e ma no be hye blood circulate amotimi abo adwuma yem any drugstore chemical shop bia beko bia no obenya bia tom ye number ne 0244 750 510 0244 750 510 we your bill sisi yo ya ukotodwe ene ye wo ya unya elephant ointment usisi wechinkase waposo wonam baby ena honom elephant ointment ene be yi yawnum efri ho ediamao we your bill koko hawa sadik herbal powder sebigu kokom sebigu timu sebigu aduane bia wudi bia mu ebetu koko na se ede amao usisi eyoya uyem tatim eye elephant herbal mixture stroke ene hawa bomodina nom eye flazon 600 herbal mixture ni bi ebebo ma stroke nom eye fro de amao wo peso bon ba free stroke yade no wenya stroke yade ni bia Flazon 600 and you dra obenum 0244 750 510. Pepsodent Chaco and you need toothpaste also the chuchu say Chaco wom, lemon wom, mint wom, and a zinc a wom. And nunti what did you choose here? Chaco no ma say a fita, lemonum. Emma pampaye yam eba wonum ho ema wonum timi da ho zinc no ema titino amodin enso timi bem ema wonum eye hwam enunti and also you see Pepsodent Chaco no na de twitwi se we use Pepsodent Chaco na ebetimi aboa wo any supermarket bia beko bia no eye toothpaste ena pa eye Pepsodent Chaco no ena wo se ubisa se wo pebi ni what scientific hospital woko ni what scientific hospital juma wo mu dinie obia obabesia wo wum problem owum bono entimi emfa abofra bomade ko ni what ye beboa wo ye bema openis no enye dwuma ye for when it ni what scientific hospital anaso bia sebe previous when pampan no enkoye ni what na ko mbeboa obi a wo stroke obi a wo ulcer obi a wo typhoid obi a wo kidney wo liver problem wo heart problem diabetes ni what scientific clinic and diagnostic services and say ni what scientific hospital ya watonsu Monaco Johnson ya ne adansu rabank edin hwenimu in crime ya wo aye mile 7 overhead Tantra Road ya ben aye Janet's corner ya number 0244 087 687 latest form your partner for life wa brebomu yonko any latest form kope latest form aye sofa ni bi ene aye na konya no na kope mutena ene betimi aboa ya wo v sofa no ho ene wo l sofa no enso ho wo chinkase no ebekwa aye akonya papa na betenem enunti ene wo so kope latest form wo mo v sofa no ene l sofa ni bi your showroom bia bebowra ho bia no wonsa ebetimi akebi enso ho Franco Trading Enterprise will be a pe laptop and atom open Nokia phone open Samsung phone open iPhone smart television and a pebiato Franco air condition and also pe deep freezer washing machine and also Toby CCTV camera and also Tobia a Franco Trading Enterprise any branch biano bowra ho nakopenya ma papa ni bi enso eto edifio Zain Naturalist Clinic a clinica wokwa wamo na di eye droi abedwa so good morning heba miss chanum kope good morning heba miss chani binum eboa etiti menstrual pain o menses ni dura about with pain kope bito nanom ne ntu ase emfama wo sansom ene beboa wo obi a wosisi yare anase empono immune system na amodinim unya infections a wono ma betu ase e de ama wo frɛ wo number we so 0246 594117 offer number we so yebejo so Consolidated Bank of Ghana CBG se be account on na be account on maso ya emfa so bebre na wonsa ebetimaka e de free CBG o bank assurance or payday loan wo hom ensihye bebre na wo hode ma this wa ko be account no e wo CBG de eno ne banga eye bank papa Asabet Travel and Tour akuntu nsembia no fakoda Asabet yebabo motime to kwan eye Canada na United Kingdom na Australia na woko ana se ope Germany, Italy, Spain, South Korea, Japan, Turkey and a person kwa yes Asabet Travel and Tour Dubai ana se Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, China aye Asabet Travel and Tour Kumasi Obantama High Street or building a Chumamponia Rabban Womanum sub building mu and your number is 0246 603711 in Crayola Pass and if a total filling station edition building a Bet Africa Womanum and Numania 0246 603711 offer number way swap ye bet Joe so Kel Chaco toothpaste body tray ayayam edi bidia afra eni ayam edi good tube mu body tray eni bidie eni ayam edi good tube mu enu nti Kel Chaco toothpaste ni bi na fa twitwu se oni twitwu se a obi otenya hangover ebebo meso atwa obi otenya stomach eye problem esu betwa edema obeso prevent cavity bomodin uti turu pese fita eye Kel Chaco toothpaste ena use ebeso besa problem no edi free om enso edema Benham of Travel and Tour akonto nsembia no fakodam Benham of Travel and Tour ye number ni ye 0503 121250 0503 121250 0503 121230 obi episode 2 kwan eko France memo ope France visa Benham of Ebeji at the amount United Kingdom we a makeup artist and as a photographer bomadin no furniture Benham of Travel and Tour and I say we be episode called United Kingdom we will be a degree yasye ena wasa oba Benham of ena oba yebeboa ye papa emanye metima konka ya wabre Johnson building next to JP filling station on bia ya oba yebebo genua na aya amofa dwantoa and the birthday no or celebrating no kwaya adoye sonko wo homes ni bi no ko there adoye edemo abra no celebrity any birthday no o share a club president and my become Chelsea and na ejina ho a waya wako ye home no akoya doye said the beya a betimi abojeno a yefa insia
all right me kono makako chebisika etwa to okra 4,000 cedis bones say why crowd of first can che na fi yemra na yemewi kra 4,000 cedis why not the man
Sajo obi number ye yi ne ho ha na je se eyi ne ho di ye mfa nche wano star 256 star 2 hash why na ewinie ebe ya oba na se ma Ghana hemfa no ni akro no wo why ya Kessben cashpot 4,000 Ghana cedis why na ewinie lucky number ni e 0592 691 star 0592 691 star. Sajo 4,000 Ghana cedis from the fourth pot. Number and na kwa kugu ne phone so kama. And there you are Kessben cash pot so 0592 691.
All right, and tell me lines no na fi amanfo aba na omo aba church romadwen kakra enso de afa ho. Why na 4,000 cedis no ekon ho. Good morning. What is so worrying is the courage and okay, my main kind, the latest one on the buy. I'll say, good afternoon, sir. I think Mr. Campbell's communication escalated the situation. One, how can you say ononkwane bobono when the manager Asiedu quoted 2,500? Number two, how can you communicate to the manager on the last day of the window about a loan move to Shatraman FC football Okay, to Instructorman FC, football administrators should take communication seriously because lack of proper communication is a cause of this brouhaha. Jomo K. Douglas, Columbus, Ohio, USA, Unadiwe, and so Abrayan. Achis Botox, they itch him. When he saw the parliamentarians speaking about football between Koto and Hartlepool, tell him he'll be there soon. Constituency organizers as a way, parliament, never sees what we are as a.
No, maybe I know who the name is. I mean, maybe some question. You can't name me.
Okay.
So who is organizing the match?
Yeah.
You know, say democracy match. Parliament is behind it, but who is the go-to person?
Yeah.
One Efra Hartlepool, one Efra, and one.
Okay.
Because I've seen parliamentarians omokasa, but I don't know.
Be any Musa Muye, but say they are be afraid 2 clubs, no, and no more dealing on behalf of Parliament.
Because there are times you raise concerns in terms of publicity, in terms of way. If you say the dinner, that's one the idea behind it.
Yeah.
I say something magnificent, but who is taking up the challenge of obeying the
Okay.
And now Mokasana me
so to constituency youth organizing a debate. Constituency.
Constituency youth organizer.
Yes, I said, also what true class of friend, but until for about. Another poly,
Chamai,
and idea so then Abba.
Chamai, the Abba, the Abba Naba. It has senior Konya, the Mamichia Kotoko, that had supporters in now. Now, me fa Konya is so more in Swatraman for Abaso Chamai. A Japanese scar or say a fence, our Ukrainian scar, was a penina money blay. No, my sister Fiamponsa. Okay, can't be me because so magic and no cranes so my idea. Nacham, I say one oh,
Fiamponsa,
Bachai. They be on the face wound to me.
Okay,
I say one oh. I go call relegation now, no, Johnny. As a bus go to the crowd on the wall. Hey, we are saying,
if you do that, man.
And is a one more. 80 Master Kotoko supporters in the Chama, they be America. Mr. Chama, now be a phone line in two numbers as a didn't in a more stadium. Now, more for complaining, you buy a better wine and a Division 1 players and a Division 2 players. Now, point of correction, so Chama, Kotoko Saki, 19 players and 18 players. Mestre. Yeah, we Munianum Central for Nibi, yes, any supporters in Nibi. Yansaki 19 players, and Yansaki 18 players. Players Nibi contract as soon. Ya boma, omso mun sign. So, Chama, the difference between Nipanis one signing and Saki no, and so she had the move. Players ni beble contract ason ena bi so indiscipline ni ade beble enti enye numbers of san nipa na ekoni nyina na ye na yasake wo mu kotokonsake 19 players nemo mesre supporters ni bi yawo na ye fa mu last season no next season mesre mo minim de mpanyimfo ne ye ena minim de me nan so si so memi pole me say next season team bia wo share ye home and away bia on prepare so no so baji bi team bia o ma ye di awre last season bia no next season because bia nya me ya say ye ko team bi home a mutimi frɛ o mu piaro no ma bisa no kotoko ba o na preparation te sen obi na no say preparation be say normal preparation na average players ya na eba yes so average players in the one tie be show mu e bi kwat mi ka say be show mu 3 e te fa from be 6 ampa ye kwa na ye 3 but next season there so players a empanyimfo na ko mu any players eba na chairman say young to division 1 player bia and answer division 2 player bia biom and national team players any premier league players any empanyimfo no eto enti free next season ko de chairman because you ura ma empanyimfo na so ante say league no wa gia afedie wa ble ope Africa ni bi na age enti so hwe sign is empanyimfo no ye na African signings enti next season
blessing man sana wa shase
chairman minim players empanyimfo na ko ho any dia matete chairman
no makono mu nyanya ya
oh nya de benya Mr. Chairman we say player bia be ko ho bia na how to focus akọ ho
bia ni
by say wo hwe kotoko ne hasia me can't players ni nyina say me say kotoko players ye fence Ghana players ni nyina mu hwe mu pa me can't ro mu say wo pe team by mu de Ghana team as supporters ye vibrant team a wo bobo na wo boni yi a wo free stadium wo kra na boto ma ye ma kotoko kotoko enti chairman media minim se players ayako mu nya ebenya
and you're penning for no so much last season mistake nibium. Do Kotokoni has yes, one says say top says in the Cromun by Faswabo. I just go. Do Kotoko this has the 14th. Says about top 14 ana.
All right.
Yemi and Yankan say top says no Munkan by Faswabo. And the best not getting so the debut American yes, Sereno. Referees in next season, dear. Ghana one yes, see a case for man get Ghana Premier League. Me who be that. Me who be your league be so be ko league bi mu na yesisi ketwa sensu atreman kotoko ni nsu atreman ni yesisi kotoko aman nsu atreman e wo baba yaran kotoko homo ni yesisi ye last next season there be sreket on fan nancy form be se nya sa obeya adwuma pa o ba referees ni be ma na ye west president awaba kati ye adwuma pa me bona baso ba the referees ni ye league ni mu no chairman
Pole
me da se chairman me da se pa
okay ye de besia Andy Bonim Asimbia ma. I'll be a birthday be free on it. Hey, you know some water me. All right, go jump.
Yes, sir.
My program and the man.
Which I'm constituency for no. I'm here at program of China, Sabro no call China. Your series of meetings or Sabro no China.
Okay.
If I ever call farmer, and consider as you are room. Home sweet room.
Yes.
And to me, I can consider no power room, but Chinavia, your suburban theater area, so your farmer, constituency. Some text and it's man, many time that way by many time, and I like it. At least you could see some approach in terms of how they want to run the club.
Okay.
And yeah, idea, what I say. For it's what a man now call it from Eric. From Accra, who had no link with the club.
Okay.
Means that we're looking at somebody, they're looking at ability. What I say, so one bit more than Miss Mwa, we know man, we know how no, you see. So on the mission. Look at some artists, Shade Mondaka, with the experience in the system. Oh no, now my cofanaba, Shaving Paul Anyamba, for them to, so they were looking at that, they were looking at ability or capacity. More than 1 hour, we in the also say ye team na ye biano. And it's no different from little normal who with Dream FC. Hey, wait, I can't hear some as one thing you can't take away from Kitiklukuni or more running Dream FC.
All right, on this note, the program no Baba breaking news of the four so about transit no me no K na DJ KA the man of the moment and so about transit at the cream to crank and so abread the munina see your live commentary beba afa matches beba so and nano na nyame yad mo china asane mo at transit be